Yeah. Happy New Year, sweetie.
Happy New Year, you motherfuckers.
Oh, you're like 6 hours ahead?
Oh.
Andy got sick, and we had to leave the party we were at. And there are all these like rich people there, and they probably think we're fucking just bored of them and dipped out, but it really was true.
Well, next time they'll make sure to give you money. Like, oh well. What's up? Happy New Year! It's 2015, you motherfuckers. And and guess what? You know, Dead on Dave. I don't even know if Dead on Dave's coming tonight.
No, definitely not.
Oh, he's dead. Okay, he's dead on dead. Well, it's New Year's. It's 2015 officially right now in the United States and on the East Coast. Do they do this on the West Coast right now live? They don't do that, right? They do it at their time, right?
No, this is a reminder for those guys, people, get out of bed so they don't miss the party.
That's right. Wake up. It's gonna be New Year's.
Oh, I was right. Terry Crews.
Oh, he take his clothes off?
Yeah.
It's hot.
It's hot. I have a giant canker sore. It hurts. It hurts to talk.
What show are you? What channel are you live on?
Me?
Yeah.
Spectrum Gaming.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, man. Carson Daly's entourage was bizarre. Whatever he had going on in his thing was fucking out of this world weird. Like it didn't. None of it. It wasn't like amazing. It was just bizarre. Like he had the dude from the Old Spice commercial, the black dude who's kind of funny, and everything else was just bizarre. Like the chick that was on there was like there, and everything they said to her was like how think about getting naked or a stripper pole. And then this other guy that was there, I don't even know who he was, and he just made like weird comments that made no sense whatsoever. It was just fucking weird.
Carson Daly's still a thing?
Yeah, he's like a commodity for like the NBC and all those people, you know, like to be the host. He's like the new Dick Clark.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's like Dick Clark here now. Yeah.
I thought that the new Dick Clark was the guy from American Idol.
Oh, Seacrest.
Seacrest.
Yeah, I guess they're kind of like A and B. I guess you're right. Like they're both like. Yeah, you're right. They are. It was him for a while. Hey, maybe he's doing something right now too. But they're like Leno and fucking
Yeah.
David Letterman. Yeah.
Happy New Year. Fucking hope it's better than the last one. Last year was rough. Except for me. I actually had a very good. I was talking to my wife, and we actually had a very good New Year. This was the first year that we got one straight year of not going to court over my daughter. So we actually went 360 days not staying at a courtroom. 360 days since the police broke in. So yeah, we consider this year a success, and we hope for better ones in the future. But the world's fucked up.
The world is something else for sure.
I know why Leah gets mad at me when I bitch about the states. It's like, oh, you're not over there, fuck off. And to some extent, she's sort of right. Yeah, I'm not going through what Americans are going through, but the same time, I don't want to see.
We're going through stupid. I wish.
It is just a stupid stage.
My God, I wish George Carlin was alive for this. His head would explode out of his head, out of his shoulders, his knees and toes would go flying up in the air.
He predicted this would happen. Actually,
you're right.
Yeah,
exactly right. That's what's funny about it.
Yeah, he was right. Yeah, well, welcome to the Monetize This. We're gonna talk about negative shit all night.
A very happy 2015 to everyone here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, where's my? I didn't get my kiss.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me give you a kiss.
There you go.
Let me give you my ditto.
Tom, you don't seem so happy to hear me.
I did. I just yelled Happy New Year, Christmas from Toronto. You self-conscious prick.
My ego needs petting. Come on.
Does it really? Well,
I told her I was going to put it inside.
You've been rubbing off on me on the right way. In more ways than one, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
It's
they're not listening at all.
It's cold. Your kiss. Dude,
Sorry,
I heard
guys. No, I've been hitting the whiskey tonight, so I'm a little more devious than usual.
So when's the takeover of
Happy
Parliament?
2015, guys.
Yeah.
Happy 2015, Cronins.
I just want to tell you, Dave, after watching that game, I am going to go to the NHL and cut someone's throat.
I'll help you, dude.
Holy
I'm
fuck.
pissed off. I'm not a fan of shootouts at all. That was bullshit.
I was
and
so mad.
Calls against Boston pissed me off. It was an enjoyable game to a certain extent because I saw the Leafs.
They did put the whistles away at the end. They put the whistles away at the end, so that was actually interesting.
But it was, yeah, it was.
They fucked up the shootout.
Well, the shootout
Second time
fucked
this
up.
year they fucked up the shootout. The Rangers, they had to call them back after they won because they initially blew a call.
Yeah.
Toronto had to call
I
them.
didn't know they did that.
Yeah.
I figured if they blow a call, then it's just like, well.
No,
That
because
would've-
Toronto can ring in and say, "Hey, you guys fucked up. Get the Rangers back out there." Happened with the Penguins earlier this season.
Well, what's
Although
the
in fairness, it was the right call.
What's the standard for that? Because I mean, they fuck up all the time. So.
It seems so arbitrary. I don't know, but that's why a lot of people, like Tommy, for example, say there's no agenda when it comes to these referees. But I and a lot of other people seem to think otherwise, just because they seem to be quite specific when it comes to certain players or certain times of the year where they're judging certain teams.
I'm sick of the Bruins being in last for penalties drawn, and then in first for most penalties called for the last 5 years. And yet this year we don't have the aggressive team we usually have, and we're still in that fucking category. And the penalties tonight were hilarious. Like the stuff that got called on the Bruins the last month is out of control. Like I can make a whole fucking collage of it.
Did you see the stuff that wasn't called on the Leafs tonight?
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. And it's like, this isn't just this game. It's not just Toronto. It's every game. It was even Detroit. I mean, even the game before that, it was crazy. And it's like, what are they doing? Do they hate us?
Here's the thing. Toronto does get judged like that, too, and does get calls against them that are sometimes just way off. But tonight, it was just so evident that Toronto was getting the good end of the stick, I guess, that it was pissing me off.
As the hockey expert on this program, I got to be honest with you. I haven't been paying attention to the Bruins, and I've been away from home, so I haven't watched many hockey games as I normally would. But going back to what you say, like, I don't believe there's an agenda, so to speak. Like they're like teaming up and saying, okay, this A, B, and C's got to happen because this is what we believe will be the best, and it's all. I think it's more like each referee has a weird worldview, and when they sort of miss something or think they see something, it's sort of they just like, or take Brad Marchand, which Joe is right. He's had 1,000 calls this year that were just based on his reputation.
Don't get me started on that.
Yeah,
that enrages
there's no doubt
me.
about it. I've seen it a bunch of times, even earlier in the season, as early as going back to October.
Sorry, Tommy, hold on a second here. Joe, there's a lot of people saying in the chat that there's an echo that they're hearing when you speak.
Yeah, from your side.
No, I think it's from Leah's mic. Leah, is that your mic?
Yeah,
yep.
That's what it is.
Your mic's too loud, I think.
Yeah. My mic's too loud?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how to change that.
What's picking me up, though?
Well, what do you want me to do? You want me to just...
Turn it down on Skype, right? I think it's not your headphones, right? It's the mic is just too loud.
I think you obviously have the sound in the air, which I can get away with, but her mic's picking up the sound in the air. I think that's the issue.
You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, I can mute myself between talking, but I don't know how to turn myself down, like just my mic.
You can go into Skype and go into options and go into your microphone. And while we do that, let's take a call from Tony.
Tony, stayed up. Happy New Year, buddy.
Happy New Year, Tony.
Happy New Year, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
Doing great tonight.
I'm not wearing pants.
Me too, man.
I'm not wearing pants.
Heard Leah say that.
Yeah, I'm dead.
He's not.
It's very true.
I'm not joking.
Well, it sounds like Tommy C when
Why
he
did
does
he
his shot
accidentally
from
hit
the
you in the knee?
Tommy, you broadcast pantsless, don't you?
How did you know that?
Because I've seen you get up sometimes. I've put in the chat, sit down, damn it, or put some pants on.
I've seen the erection.
I never had an erection.
The bulge.
Yeah, you did.
The bulge. No, that's just normal.
The Callanan bulge.
I need to know if it's any better. I think I turned it down, but I don't know.
Sounds a little better, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
I've only done 2 shows pantsless, which is kind of funny because remember that old joke? It's like it was usually in a lot of cartoons when they have like the anchor, the anchor broadcaster, and then somebody knocks the desk out from under him, and he's in his underwear. I always thought that was kind of funny. They don't usually use that old joke anymore, but I was like, yeah, why don't I like really make that happen? So if a truck somehow crashes through my 3rd story apartment and knocks over the thing in front of me, everybody will see my underwear, which is tidy whities. because I'm cheap.
Oh my god! And then you'll you should put like brown stains and yellow stains.
I don't know
like
about that. I mean, come on now.
That's the standard underwear they provide in those ration lines there in
yeah,
Germany.
don't
they?
even. You know what? Don't
Ration
even.
lines. You guys are fucked. We're okay over here.
Yeah, as opposed to those 10,000 German right wingers that were marching there.
Oh yeah, that's mostly going on in the East, and I don't know.
That's just away from me, so I don't really care at the moment. Even though there's
it's like on the
thousands
other
of people
side
marching.
It's on the other side of that's getting a little spooky. But I live in such like a liberal area that it's just like, and I know the East is so much poorer. You tend to see crazy shit happen in poor areas, and the East is significantly. It doesn't even look like West Germany at all. So I think you're getting an influx of immigrants. The German government doesn't have a lot of power to stop it because it's sort of really through the EU, which is a whole nother issue. And there's some legitimate gripes about unchecked immigration, and there's the fucking Nazis, that are completely fucking insane. So it's just it's a clusterfuck.
So it isn't the land of chocolate that you've made it out to be.
I've never run into that. I mean, look, I've never. I think race stuff is.
I've never run into that in Massachusetts either, but
I've actually run into it more in New Jersey, as far as like
there's the
skinheads
neo-Nazis out there.
I've never run into that really over here. I've never run into. I mean, the Germans are so fucking self-conscious about shit like that, especially when they're around foreigners like me. I can't imagine them even saying something like that. It would blow. Even as a joke, they wouldn't even like we joke around about racism. They wouldn't even like. They don't want to. I don't want to be taken the wrong way.
Why? Because your dad hates black people?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, here in Germany, we hate the gypsies.
We hate gypsies. Everybody hates the gypsies. Even the Turks everybody hates even Turks hate the gypsies.
No, the Roma are kind of problematic, to say the least.
They'll rob you. They're kind of a pain in the ass, but they're not half as bad as those fucking Irish travelers. The Irish travelers are hands down the biggest assholes in Europe.
Everyone's asking me to have a hardcore match with the Bear. I have a match with the Bear, and they'd pay for it. I want to have a hardcore match with the Bear. The only thing is, like, they're like, who should be the referee? And I really want to have a referee.
I'll go to your house and be the referee.
You could.
That'd be kind of funny.
That would be kind of funny.
I'd buy that for $1.
I would make Leah the referee, but I don't think she'd be up for like getting down real quick and making a count and then getting back up.
I wouldn't know what I'm doing.
You just have to count when someone's shoulders is down, and you have to wear almost nothing.
No, she can be she can be the GM and she can make the announcement.
Yes,
for like, all right, Joe Cronin, you're going against the Bear.
Yeah. No, I want to be the referee and wear like almost nothing, and that way every time she has to get down and count.
Tank top with black and white stripes.
Maybe, or just nothing. When you have to
I
get
have
down.
a tank top with black and white stripes.
Oh, God.
Hey, now that it's New Year's and we can all kind of dream about our futures and stuff like that. And
fireworks going off right near my house.
Or nightmare.
Yeah, but this is something I don't think we ever talk about publicly, and I'm gonna say this right now. This is not in any realistic future plans. This is not something that me, Tazovich, and Joe have touched on, so don't think it's happening. But I was wondering if we could it's kind of the dream for me anyway, and I know Joe is actually to have a wrestling show / podcast, a live podcast, and I really wonder what the fans would think of something like that if we were actually able to maybe hire a couple wrestlers and do some work stuff on our own plus the podcast. I would well, Jesse, you would go to something like that, wouldn't you? Like at a gym, like a big gym, and they have a ring, handful of seats. We do the podcast, and we hire some locals and goof on them.
Oh God, I would definitely do that. That's
that would just.
I've been thinking about that for a while.
Come true.
I was just watching the Paul Heyman documentary, by the way, and it was really good. And I thought
I watched it too. It was great.
And I thought to myself, this is all the same stuff that I always wanted to do. And how funny would it be? Because I mean, I've got more fucking subscribers than half of these fucking organizations do, and they've got all the rings and everything. And I'm just like, hey, dude, let's get some of your guys on the show, and you'll have everybody talking about it, and we'll do a mixed show here. I gotta say, I did do some spots with the Bear earlier to test my concussion. I mean, just to make a joke out of it, you know, CM Punk had the concussion 2 weeks later. They told him to run the ropes or whatever. There's that joke going on that everybody says now, oh, run the ropes. Well, I ran the ropes upstairs with the bear, and I had a headache for like 5 hours, and it was terrible. So I am not ready yet to go on to have the hardcore match with the bear. I'm dead serious. I tested. I got hurricane rotted by the bear to see how it would go. Did a splash on the bear. Did a couple elbow drops. I did a bunch of stuff, and then I immediately felt terrible afterwards. I was like, oh man, which is crazy because I don't get like that. You know what I mean? I've always been, let's go. He's crazy.
Yeah, you kind of look like the let's go kind of.
Yeah, I don't. I'll throw myself down the stairs like in a moment's notice, and I've never had any kind of injury problems or anything. But I'm dead serious.
Could you do a video like you're out with your family over by the Tea Party boat over there downtown, and then the bear meets you and he throws you in the water? Is that possible?
Oh yeah, that is possible. I will die if I go in that water though.
Is that water that? See, I didn't know that's the thing. Is that water that bad though?
Well,
I mean,
he ever jumped in? Well, I guess.
Cold, and every once in a
during
while,
the summer, I would think.
I got my
whites. Yeah, but that's when the great whites come up here and just decide to stroll on through.
I got my polio shot though, so I'm okay.
Yeah, it's not the cleanest. So.
It's not the well, there's a lot of traffic.
Tommy, did you hear Tommy NC210's call to us?
I did not hear.
I heard a couple of them. What, the recent one from Raw?
Please listen to this, everyone. We need to take a break for a second. You have to hear. Sure. A lot of people didn't get to hear it because it's on the pay-per-view. It's like 30 minutes long, but it's a portion of the 30-minute long pay-per-view. But there's a little clip here I gotta play of this because we were playing a rapper that the Loke Dab that never came on the show, and then Tommy NC was on the phone with us, and then out of nowhere he was just like, I'm a rap. I did rap. And we're like, what? And then he said the name of his band, and then we looked it up, and we almost fucking died. And here it is. New Year's Eve treat.
Listen to that right fucking now.
I agree. But I was just thinking of a rap song for you guys. Yo, he's Joe Cronin. He's coming down for the 1, 2, 3. He's punching everybody in the face, telling WWE to go fuck themselves. Stick the thumb right up Joe Cronin's ass because he's the man. Yo, it's the Joe Cronin show. Yo, it's the Joe Cronin show.
That's not rhyming.
I know it's free spoken word.
Dave being so
Okay,
literal.
gotcha.
Literal. That's not
Right.
rhyming.
It was called. I just hung up on him.
Funk.
So after he did that, I hung up on him and we searched his rap music.
Funktastic.
Funktastic. Oh my god.
Funktacular.
Funktacular. Thank you.
Oh,
How many
Funktastical.
How many
I
funk?
hit that tell me, Dave. You got to be a fan now.
Oh God, I'm in love with this guy.
Oh god. Tell me that. Oh my god.
It's the kind of weird you got.
I fucking love him. He's great.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money.
Why is he hitting money? It's good.
Don't hit money.
No one expected from an old codger like me. Sitting on the side of the street with my buddy doing nothing all day. Truck pulled up I told you not to leave, but you left anyway. I took that gun, made a soap like John Dillinger. He's a true bank robber. No one was expecting an old codger like me to rob a pay truck professionally. I had to wait a whole 20 years just to spend the money, but I told you once. I told you.
I like this way better than any of the freestyle raps you've ever done.
Yeah, I gotta say that beats everything right there. He wins the rap battle.
Great.
The rap battle that's been going on for a year and a half is he wins.
Autism, the eulogy.
That's terrible.
Oh Jesus.
Hell no, it's platinum.
Oh, it's so funny.
Oh man.
Did he like kind of get we were goofing on him? Or?
I hit my mother because she told me no.
No, I think he. I think he gets it. He totally gets it. I don't think it because I'm trying to.
That guy. He gets it more than fucking anybody realizes.
Yeah,
Does
right.
he care? I mean, or is it?
He's got more balls than any of us either.
I
man.
will
Like,
say this. He does. He is truly a fearless person.
Oh yeah.
You know.
He saved that lady's eggs, man. I mean, what the fuck?
Nah, it's just like I don't know. It's really tough for me to goof on Tommy. You know what I mean?
oh no,
I mean,
it's
Jared, that's easy.
But we don't do that with love.
Yeah, but I take it differently because I don't have a problem goofing on him at all because I'm goofing on him in a positive way. I like
true.
him.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And we
That
and we
dude
all,
he knows
considers us
that.
friends, and that's part of it.
Leah, what do you think when
It's a big
go
deal.
find Tommy? What do you think of that?
I don't know. I mean, I can't even listen to most of the stuff because it's like that cringe stuff that I'm just like.
I know.
I'm embarrassed
Alright.
for when I'm embarrassed for people. It makes me like I don't know. I cringe.
I'm the
and
same.
can't.
I think we had the same conversation in Boston. I can feel the same way, but at the same time, it's hysterical.
It is like I'm sitting here like almost like not able to listen to it. It's like oh.
You know, it's funny. It's like when because I never felt like I always felt different and whatnot. And then when my first good group of friends fucking started hanging out with me, they would fuck with me just so I'd chase them because it looked funny when I ran, and they'd just bust up laughing, and it was okay because I knew they were goofing on me, but I felt like part of a family, you know.
Yeah.
That makes you feel better about it.
Yeah, who cares that they hate fuck
You
me?
know what, Jesse? Though you have like a wicked fucking wit, and you can defend yourself verbally. And I wonder, it's like I don't feel that Tommy's in the same.
Dude,
like,
on the show,
like,
in person, dude, somebody can like slight me or whatever the fuck.
yeah, you'll tell him.
I'll give them a look, but I'm actually too timid to say anything. But I'll burn through them with a stare, so they won't forget.
You though, but you're really
Yeah, you look
witty,
like you
though.
would
I mean, it sounds
murder
like I always get the feeling that you've never done anything like that. Like me and Joe are telling everybody off all the time, but I could never. I can't. I'd be afraid to like make fun of you because I'm afraid you'd say something and make me look stupid. You know.
Well, what about
Yeah, kids are the ones that trip out the most because like they're like, holy shit, this guy's like, some of them are the same size as me, if not a little taller. Like, why the fuck, this guy's got a beard and he's as tall as I am.
I just want to say one thing here.
Yes.
To all of the listeners on the Joe Cronin Show, I've just done what I said I was going to do, and I donated $5 Canadian. Well, actually, $5 American dollars, which is $5.98 Canadian, to the man, the one and only Joe Cronin,
Yep.
to try to keep this show going.
Nice.
And I would like to ask for everyone else to try to at least match what I did, and I'm poor to be honest, but nonetheless, if you can do that, we can have this awesome show continue on, and yeah, that would be awesome.
Why don't you hurry up and train those young Canadian boys to invade Parliament, and then you'll have plenty of money because that's the plan, and we don't have to worry about anything. You know.
Dave was like ready to just like create like a fucking telethon tonight or something.
Yeah,
He said to me.
Dave.
I was.
I mean, it was crazy. He was amazing. I just I don't know what it is. Like it's bizarre. Like I have no problem being like, here's a bonus video or here's my donate button, go for it. But when people start telling me they're gonna organize some donation thing, I don't know why I get really bizarre.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I get real uncomfortable. I don't know.
I know
why.
because Dave when me and Dave Rosart first started talking, it's like you got to do this and you got to do that, and I totally appreciated his energy and stuff like that. But it's just this
It's
fucking
like he's
Irish
crazy, man. This
It's
crazy
just-
Canadian. I'm
No, I don't
Look
think-
at it like with me. I mean, I'm sure that even now, and especially before you knew me, I probably came off all kinds of crazy and
Yeah.
probably come off controlling all kinds of shit when
I
all
thought
I'm trying to
Jesse-
do is help.
I would.
No, I
crazy
thought
at
Jesse
all.
was crazy. I did. I really did. There was a couple for like 4 weeks. I was like, this guy's insane. Look at what he wrote me. He's insane.
No, I
and
never
then,
thought that.
and then after a little while longer, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, oh shit, like this is a good idea, or then I'd be like, oh, he's really into it, like he's not crazy. And once I realized you weren't crazy after like about a month or so. But at first I was like, that's the guy that always comments. But then I started being like, oh shit, he's getting crazy because other people have done that. Like I'm even now, other people do that. They start texting me, and people go crazy, and then you know what happens is they either stop watching or they just disappear. But they don't have they're not writing down these crazy ideas for me, but they sort of are, but they don't make any sense. Yours did. So I just thought you were crazy, but then I was like, oh shit, he's not crazy.
Well, you've been fans of things that are like, sort of niche shows or cult shows and stuff like that. And I'm the same way. It's like, this would be perfect if they just tweaked this, right? And then now you got the creator's ear. So you're going to say that, you're going to say that because we would do the same thing with artists or people that do this sort of thing, creators, content producers. We would kind of lend them our ear, and what you guys. And there's always this like, you'll be bigger if you do this, and I think with the way me and you come at it with so many failed bands,
Oh, here you go with the goddamn band.
You're
now.
better. You're better. I think Joe comes the same ideology I do to something. You got to let it flow because if you there's a fine balance of taking it seriously and taking it too seriously, and taking it too seriously is going to bury it. And then
okay, well, look at it this way, Tommy. Don't charge for anything, I mean, charging for something is serious.
Yeah, sure.
So you have to put a little seriousness into it. I get what you're saying, but it's like
it's a balance, is what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, I get that.
But I think where our disagreement is how far it can I mean, look, there's at some point all of our stuff's going to top off. Where that is, it could be $1 billion, so we know, but there's a top off point. I think the difference is how much. I think there's never an argument that something shouldn't be done, but it's just how much, and it could have a negative effect. And there's the other fact of having fun. If we're not having fun, what the fuck's
Happy
the point?
birthday to JD from New York. JD from New York 206. That's JD from NY 206. Happy birthday.
Another big pickup in 2014.
A great pickup.
No, I get what you're saying, Tommy. But the other thing too is Joe's a one-man show, and you can't run it all.
That's true.
It's just impossible.
That's true.
I mean, so there's a lot of shit. I mean, it's just we're having fun. I think that is the most important thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if this gets if it ever gets a big notch bigger, you know what I mean, a leap bigger, that's when I'll be calling in, we'll be calling in the troops.
Fuck the money, fuck actually even a lot of viewers. It's just the quality goes up, people get affected by it, they enjoy it, gets them through their day.
The less we pay attention to it, the more we'll get.
Dude, do you realize that
that's a good point too, Tony?
Do you know that they are going to drop balloons on North Korea with the movie? They're freaked the fuck out over there about that.
Good.
Yeah, I thought that was
so
the plan.
freaked out. Let me tell you, if those balloons come down, on those people, that is his worst nightmare. Oh my God, they're gonna know that I do shit my pants.
Has everyone here watched that movie?
You know something? I have not watched yet. However, that scene with Eminem, I watched that. That's fucking hilarious.
I'm gay.
That was in the first 5 minutes. Oh my God. The first 5 minutes just
funny.
sold me. It was just.
I mean,
and I'm not really the biggest fan of either of them, Seth Rogen and what's his name, Franco.
That
James Franco.
was so funny.
But holy shit, that the whole movie was really well done. Although really they've got to work on their timing. Some of those jokes just go on way too long.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that being said, production value was great.
Yeah, besides that was good.
Hilarious.
I'm gonna say one thing in their defense with the long jokes. Look at with Joe and us, how we think something. Usually there's something to what we think is funny, but we enjoy it a little extra. So we'll probably dig it a little more than everybody else. When you create something and you're in control, you kind of can do that. I mean, it must have been really fun for them, or they wouldn't have let it go long.
Are we still talking about the movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Well, it's when we play a clip that we thought was funny. It's we'll think it's hysterical. I don't know if the whole fucking audience thinks that, but we do, and maybe that's the way they thought about it.
I'll agree. People like Mel Brooks, for example, had certain segments that went on a little too long, but newer, more contemporary comedy is they just don't seem to know the fine nuances that they had in the 60s and 70s when it comes to comedy. So you have certain bits that just last way too long. And you see that with current day Saturday Night Live, where some of these skits just go on forever and they're not funny at all.
You guys all watch that still? I haven't seen that show in about half a decade.
Not me.
I mean, either nah.
I think movie comedy really took a dip after was it American Pie? I really think. I mean, some people
way before earlier.
Wait, what? Say that again, Tommy.
American Pie was the beginning because everything was had to be gross out funny, and I'm not saying gross can't be funny, but that's really just set the tone. And I remember.
So you think The Hangover is gross out comedy?
The Hangover was probably the best. That's a
I
classic.
love The Hangover.
What about even?
But the thing is, there's other aspects of The Hangover that makes it a little more sophisticated.
What about 40-Year-Old Virgin? You're out on that too?
You didn't like it? The first one.
It just didn't do anything for me. It was just it was one of those movies where it's okay, well that's okay, but I wasn't laughing out loud.
I don't know, dude. I thought it was brilliant. I thought the cutting of the way they cut the scenes, the fucking everything, analyzing it. I thought it was good as well. Not just as a fan, but what didn't you like about it?
Again, certain scenes and again, I see this as a problem with contemporary comedy is that certain scenes just go on way too long. They don't get to the point. It's a bumbling comedy of errors rather than, trying to be a little more intellectual with their
Well,
comedy.
see, I think the first one did that. The second and third one, I don't.
No,
I think
not
you're right.
really.
The first
Yeah,
one
not
I
really.
thought was very fluid, and it went.
Yes, so
Here's
did I
the thing: a
think.
movie does not have to be juvenile in the sense of, say, American Pie, to be funny and to be witty and to be succinct and intelligent. So I
Well,
don't
that's
necessarily.
like saying the difference between Bill Cosby and fucking George Carlin.
Yeah.
Good is good, but for profanity, that's a whole nother matter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, you want the perfect culmination?
Hell yeah.
Monty Python Flying Circus,
Ah,
or any
God.
other Monty Python
Oh.
production.
That gets old after a while.
That's intellectual and juvenile all at the same time. Shit jokes and
Well, you
jokes
didn't.
of-
So you didn't feel that The Hangover had that balance?
no.
Really?
Wow.
see,
Did you like American Pie?
I like both of those things. The Monty
I liked
Python.
it back when I was 19 or when it came out, but I mean now it's just like this is kind of yeah.
I agree with you, Dave, but I got to be honest with you. The Hangover, the first one, is the only funny comedy I think I've seen in 20 fucking years.
No, really, it was like it's like
One of
Breaking
the only
Bad.
comedies
It's a
I
fucking
kind of like
classic.
right now for my age.
I don't know. Maybe I'm a little
Road
more
Trip is
into
okay.
satire and stuff. Like Doctor Strangelove, for example, is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah,
Well, that's the
but,
type
I mean,
of comedy. What did you like? Funny People? How about that Adam Sandler movie? That was kind of dark.
Which movie? Sorry.
Funny People? It was kind of dark.
No, but who did it star? Sorry.
Adam
Adam
Sandler?
Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
I don't think I actually saw it.
I can't believe that, man.
I'll look it
that
up.
that
I'll
had a
look-
scene with Eminem. That's why Eminem was in that scene in the interview, because he had a cameo in that movie and it was
Yeah, but
fucking
that's like
hilarious.
probably one of the funniest parts in that movie.
Oh my god, dude, it's so fucking funny.
It started off great, yeah.
Funny People. Funny People. What it did was they made the trailer look like it was a goofy Adam Sandler movie. So people were like, let's not go see that, or let's go see that for that goofiness. But then when they got in the movie, it turned
It was
into
way fucking different.
it turned into this dark fucking thing that sort of with the comedy, but it was like, whoa, like people were freaked out. What
no,
the fuck?
this isn't.
Like, listen to the Eminem scene's goddamn hilarious. He's sitting with Eminem talking about how he's dying, and Eminem's telling him that's okay and shit, and how his life sucks now. And then Ray Romano's there, and he says hi to Eminem, and Eminem thinks he's fucking with him, and the whole scene is just goddamn hilarious. And here it is.
I think you fucked up. How's that? I think you fucked up. I don't think you should have took that medicine. Why not?
This is after, by the way, Eminem finds out that Adam Sandler is not going to die of this tumor or whatever.
Spoilers.
Yeah, so there you go.
I don't know. Personally, I think you should have just let yourself die. Honestly, man, what are you gonna do now? Make another bullshit movie? Fuck another chick who doesn't like you? You know, that was your way out right there. Now you're fucking stuck.
Yeah.
You're stuck just like me. Can't go to fucking Chuck E. Cheese. I can't go to Target. I can't go to Best Buy. I can't go to fucking Walmart, Kmart. You fucking name it, I can't go there.
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone in this fucking room is either staring at us, wanting to take a fucking picture.
Email that to me. That's awesome. Yeah.
Who the fuck is that guy right there? That fucking guy right there.
Seth Rogen and
What?
just took a picture
Ray
of him
Romano's bothering you?
with Ray Romano.
Man, who?
Ray Romano, the guy from Everybody Loves Raymond?
Who give a fuck what show he's on? I'll fuck this motherfucker up, man. Hey, Ray!
Hello, Marshall.
Fucking problem here, buddy? Would you like to fuck me? Is that what this is?
I get it, man. What's going on?
Would you like me to fucking bend over for you right now?
No, man.
Just gotta always be on my toes, man.
Oh, I see that, but this is why I don't go to the house.
I thought everybody loved you.
That's the best part. I thought everybody loved you.
You know, this is like some truth in that scene. I'm sure Eminem was playing like himself in that scene, because I read certain things that it was the most like he got in the entertainment industry and
Yeah.
he would be at shows and in the middle of the fucking set he'd look at, yo, why are you staring at me? And the fan would be like, what do you mean? I'm fucking on stage, you moron. And he had to get over
Yeah.
the
Right.
thing. So that conversation, that's probably like sort of what we do here. You know, it's sort of a little bit of the truth. You know?
I can relate to that.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean, but like, especially if you're in a band, like I was on a tour, like a mini tour with this other band. I think the person was actually staring at the other guy in the band that I was talking to.
Yeah.
And I was pissed off already because like the preamps in front of me weren't working. I couldn't hear myself, and they couldn't figure it out. And the guy, I heard the audio engineer literally go, well, we'll have to do with how it is. And I was like, there's no fucking way we're doing with this how it is. You're fixing this. This is fucked. I can't hear anything. And, some time went by where he went away, and I didn't know if he was going to come back before the show started. And some dude was staring at the singer because he was kind of like a popular thing. And this was like a couple fans were in early or something. And he was staring at us. And I remember being like, what the fuck do you want? And the guy just kind of like turned away and walked away a little bit. It's like, oh,
So funny.
I was pissed though. I was like insane. I was like, and then he had these people just staring at us. And I said, before I yelled at that guy, I said something to someone else who was standing out there, who was a fan, but I didn't know it. I was like, hey, dude, where are the cables? Can you find the dude for the cables? and this kid was like, I don't know.
Get me a coffee while you're at it.
Yeah. Like, I'm nobody. I'm not even a fucking star or anything like that. I'm just doing that. So I could, but imagine if you're on these sets every day and people are staring at you every day and know who you are and all that shit. And he gets a little freaked out.
Weird, I guess. I don't know. See, I don't identify with that because I am an attention junkie. I love to be praised. I love when I have a good show. I just love it.
Who doesn't?
But you're right, because what you're saying is most of the time if someone like that was staring, I would immediately figure out he's either looking at me or even if he's looking at the other guy and doesn't even know my band, I'd be thinking, yeah, that's right. I'm torn with this band. This is awesome. That's normally how I would feel about that.
Yeah.
But
you're just in a bad mood.
I was just something crazy is what it was.
Well, I had to. I went through a similar thing. Like, well, these fucking people are following me on fucking Twitter. Who the fuck are they? And I'm thinking, well, you're fucking on Twitter, you idiot. You gotta fucking interact with them. That was like, oh yeah. I mean, what are you fucking like it was my own personal private space, Twitter. This is a social media. You're supposed to be public.
Not on Facebook though. That's the one.
Facebook,
my Facebook.
I cut it off. I know people have sent me friend requests. I am not adding people anymore. That's my family and friends and close friends, and it's just been cut. So
I barely go on Facebook anymore either. So I don't give a shit about Facebook.
I have. I
live
have
in a
60
foreign
friends
country.
requests.
I'm sorry.
No, I have 60 friends requests, and I just don't know, and I'm like, I'm not touching that.
I can't do them. Sorry. That's because that's got to be friends and family.
Like the Joe Cronin Show page though, and then I'll talk to you there.
I can't have anybody.
Eventually, I might add Tony eventually on Facebook. When you turn 18, I might add you. It might fuck you too.
Tony barely uses. Tony's more of a Twitter guy anyway.
I'll go on there once in a good while.
You're one of those fucking guys on Twitter that put at all your fucking friends and say, "Hey, Tommy, see." And I fucking see it retweet like 60 fucking times in a row. And my computer's just going.
Send it to your
over and over again.
Send dick pics and then tag your Aunt Edna in them. Like just go around tagging your family members that look like they'd be the most freaked out by this.
Hey everybody, it's Friday.
So they're dropping the movie interview on these North Korean people. So get ready. They're freaking them out.
Good. They should put some radiation in those DVDs.
Leah, are you alive over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put some
How compassionate of you, Tommy.
Yeah, well, you know me.
No, they should put some fucking food on them. And then put an American stamp on the cover and then make us look like heroes.
Yeah.
Now can I tell you something? I love that I love this movie is out, and I love that they're pissed off, and I love that we're like, fuck you, you caused all this bullshit noise. Guess what? We can do the same fucking thing, motherfucker. But there's also a part of me that wonders, this is completely ridiculous, by the way, I think, but I can't help it. There's a good side in me that wonders, wouldn't it have been great at the end of the movie if like Seth Rogen or what he gave some crazy, he couldn't kill him. He decided, we can't kill him. I'm not going to kill him. We're not murderers, and that's not what America does or something. And then he said, which is ridiculous. And then he said to Kim Jong-un, and even though, but you are a piece of shit. So take this. And then he kicks him in the balls. And Kim Jong-un grabs his balls and just falls over and is like, oh. And then they just walk away. And that's it. They don't end up killing him, but they kick him in the balls. And then we kind of look.
Just ends.
Yeah, and then we kind of look like, we're not these horrific people. But now to like all of our enemies or whoever wants to paint us in a negative light, they're going to be, look at these terrible Americans. Look what they did They talk about all this peace stuff and everything. They're assassinating the leader of Kim in this movie. You know, they didn't change his name. It's Kim Jong-un in the movie. They fucking kill him. This is America. This is what they do. See how bad they are. So
I wish they would kill him.
Wouldn't that be great if it just was real and they made the movie and they put it out?
Yeah. Oh, God, that'd be great.
Well, that would be really sick, but it would be good.
Guy's not even worth killing.
Here's the thing.
That's a pathetic part.
You know what would be great is just to take his country over and just to send in someone from here who's like North Korean and give him a fake identity, have him rise up to power and feed all the people, and we'll keep funding him, like giving him all the money to give the people food and tons of good stuff. And eventually all the people in North Korea end up with like awesome cell phones and huge TVs, and they can use the internet, and then they get food.
You mean like we did for South Korea?
Oh, yes. Yes. Well, we just have to work on demilitarizing North Korea all within one night before we do that.
Yeah.
One problem there.
They'd start assassinating. Well, but I think if you got to the country and flipped all those people into supporting some other leader, and they bought into it, I don't think China has a problem with that.
Most of those people can't read, bud. I mean, it's that bad over there.
I know.
I mean, even the Chinese communists look down, and they always have.
China
they always
doesn't.
North Korean communism is like the wackiest.
Well, that's what I wanted to say to Dave is they don't kind of care either way, but they do. You're right. They do kind of look down on it. They don't think he's some great dude. If he said, "I'm gonna go fucking set off some fucking weapons," China would be like, "You better fucking chill the fuck out." Because we'll stomp on your head. But
they've done that before, and they haven't done. Like, they just say, "Oh, we disapprove of that," and North Korea's like, "Fuck you," and then they still do it.
But I mean,
they do it to everybody.
But the good news is, for everybody in the world, the good news is China knows that they're fucked over there. China's not gonna. If something came to craziness, China's not gonna suddenly be like, "Guess what, America? Don't fuck with them because we got an army."
You gotta understand.
How do you define crazy with the North Koreans? Because they've fired missiles over Japan. They've done they've kidnapped people. They fucking sunk ships. Like, they're batshit fucking crazy. So what are you, Joe, defining as fucking crazy?
That's what I said. That's what's crazy.
Yeah,
to me.
that's what he's saying.
That's crazy to me. What they believe in their leader is crazy to me. How he suppresses them is crazy. The military commitment is crazy. The whole thing is crazy. It's the closest thing. It's funny though. It's like the weird. It's like Nazi Germany, but not really.
It's actually worse than Nazi Germany. At least you had a free market in Nazi Germany.
But they didn't just commit this giant genocide, but they continuously commit crimes against humanity
all the time,
like over and over again.
You gotta understand something about North Korea. I mean, when
so does in America.
When I was a kid, from what I understand, talking to troops, there's always occasional a couple bullets flying over the DMZ and what have you. But if you notice, it's only been like the last 10 years with Kim Jong Il and Kim Jong Un where they've actually been doing some serious saber rattling. It's only been really since after 9/11. They were quiet for 20 some odd years.
Yeah,
we had problems in the 50s,
army.
early 60s, and they went away. They went away for fucking almost 30 years.
They're building that fucking army, bro.
But but you know what the thing is over there is because their economic system, the fact that they're cut off from the rest of the world, is these people, the top leaders, live in fear that at any time, and it probably is true to a certain extent, enough people are going to starve to death where they just fucking do a great just send. To just attack Parliament or whatever the fuck they have over there, to attack the thing, and they will lose control. I mean, everything they do, from saber rattling to the kidnapping, is based on so that family can maintain control. Because nothing has worked in North Korea. Nothing. I mean, I think it's fair to say. So they're going to do whatever. Everything they do is based on keeping power. It has nothing to do with even communism at this point. I mean, shit. They tell these people because they're so poorly educated that. I don't know, Kim Jong-il's father was actually lifted off to the heavens by birds.
Yeah, right.
That kind of flies in the face of kind of standard communist thought, being sort of anti-religious and anti-spiritual. That's how everything they do is designed to keep people in power. So they're going to saber rattle from time to time. And I think the strategy that the Americans have is that when enough people starve to death, they just throw in the towel. Maybe somebody within his ranks will just put a bullet in his head, and that's the best you can hope for. Otherwise, it's just going to stay like this forever.
Remember, he was missing recently, and they thought that, oh, that's what happened. Remember, everybody's talking
God,
about
that would have been great.
like what the
He
hell?
whacked his fucking girlfriend recently. The last 6-7 months.
Yeah, and his family.
No, that was debunked. She showed up back on.
Oh,
TV.
she did. Oh,
Yeah, they all showed back up. It's like they went.
It's funny though because Western intelligence doesn't seem to understand, what's going on in these secretive countries like Iran or North Korea. So they come out with these reports. Oh, this person was killed. And then they show up being alive afterwards. So they look like fools. And obviously with Iraq and
or they all look the
weapons
same
of mass
over there, right,
destruction or whatever, it's just it's clear that they're not looking into the details of this. But it's also difficult with such a secretive society like North Korea, where even this guy's movements are classified because he's got doubles and stuff of himself walking
And
around.
don't forget, as somebody who worked with military intelligence as my job, from what I've learned about it, it's a lot of guessing game. It's a big guessing game at the end of the day. It's nothing like the fucking movies. It's kind of like, well, this tends to happen in this situation, so we can reasonably assume this happened. That's military intelligence. I swear to God.
You're a little naive there,
I'm
Tom.
not exaggerating.
No,
I
you give them a little too much credit. I mean,
I know these guys. I know the guys that do this kind of work. So it's
maybe low end guys, but the guys there in the Pentagon looking at the papers and looking at those satellite feeds are totally different.
You'd be surprised. I thought the
Pentagon
I
wouldn't.
I thought the Pentagon would turn into Voltron if the fucking anything like 9/11 happened. Well, 9/11 did happen, and the Pentagon just blew up like every other.
Sorry,
film.
Tommy, to be so blunt, but you do realize that you, as a soldier, was viewed as one thing only by the Pentagon and their bureaucratic staff, right? You were viewed as cannon fodder. You know that, right?
Oh, that's ridiculous. And I'll tell you exactly why you're wrong is the amount of investment they put into it. And what
Tell me why I'm wrong, Tommy. Tell me why I'm wrong.
I'll tell you you're wrong.
I'll kick your ass, Dave.
You have this bizarre, real bizarre sort of movie-like view of the military that simply doesn't exist. They make decisions based on that when you do like World War II type battles, and they say, look, we're going to lose a certain amount of guys here and there. But I got to be honest with you, since they put $100,000 in training in me, it's not.
Okay,
you really don't look at somebody like that as cannon fodder. You look at it as really a money investment and losing and gaining it.
That's what you should be looking at it. But the fact is, look at the veterans now. Look at the veterans now. If what you're saying is true, then you're looking at to maintain that investment throughout, even through its retirement. Therefore, these veterans who are homeless right now in the United States, living on the streets, not getting the support that they need for their health, they're not being supported according to your supposed theory.
Listen, like a political.
And I don't even leave
the subject.
It's all related because the fact is, what you're saying is that you're saying that my equation, my thesis of they don't care for you. Okay, that's my thesis. They don't care for you. You're saying that's wrong because they consider you an investment. Well, if that's the case, Gulf War syndrome would have been already addressed and resolved by now. These individuals coming back with post-traumatic stress disorder, and I've known people here in the Canadian military that have come back that way, and they're not the same. And these people deserve, for their service, they deserve the money from taxpayers to support them in a way in services that will help them, but not just saying, okay, we're cleaning our hands, which I've seen personally of that stuff here in Canada, and I've read of that stuff in the States, and you now find veterans living in the streets. That is unacceptable.
And that's a tragedy. It's probably will go on even in the best of circumstances, and it definitely should be fixed. But I mean, you got to understand something about as somebody who's trying to get my money and going through this stuff, and you can ask David what a nightmare it was for him. A lot of this is, it's not that somebody is look. When I leave the active army and I'm trying to get money for damages and things that I sustained that I have the right to, that's not the active army's role. That's another bureaucratic agency that actually has no connection to the army as soon as I leave. So it's not these big tall men, smoky rooms, the shadowy rooms that are deciding that what you're talking about, the results that you're talking about, is just horrible bureaucracy. And the fact that we're running up this deficit like we are in the United States. They're simply that one of the reasons they're holding off on the money on all these troops is There's not enough fucking money. They're running out. Which is something I'm always preaching to no end. So I mean, it's not what you think. It's not this like
sorry, man.
evil guy shaking his hand. Like as I say, it's like movie like. It's like movie like. Is it bad? Is it unacceptable?
You're perceiving that, but that's not what I'm saying. The fact is, though, I think actions speak louder than words. Look at how the veterans are being treated. Look at how the disarray that exists in the Veterans Affairs department that is there in the States.
Yeah,
it's the same here in Canada. So if you are going to say, look at all that evidence, can you really honestly, Tommy, can you honestly think that your government and the individuals that work within it really care for your well-being?
Well, no, because it has nothing to do with that.
Okay,
it has nothing to do with that because the people in my Barack Obama didn't know who I was when I served for him, and it's not reasonable that he should have known who I was. So it's just a ridiculous comparison. What's happening in the veterans?
Hold on.
It's what's happening.
Okay, I've made my point.
You asked me. You asked me, and then you didn't let me answer the question.
You've made your point already.
No, I didn't get to. How is it possible? Because I didn't get to fit. What's going on in the VA is a combination of bureaucracy, a lack of funding, and just years and years and years of no one actually going in and fixing the problem through legislation. That is a multitude of issues. The VA has nothing to do with the active army that I served in.
But you're excusing the acts of politicians and bureaucrats.
It's like blaming the fucking DMV because your boat doesn't work. It's like
that's
blaming.
That's a false analogy. No, wrong.
It's actually an analogy. You're the one that's connecting this. I'm aware.
No, you're crazy.
I'm the one actually going through this. I know how the system works.
Hold on, Tommy. I've said my part. You've said your part. Joe, Leah.
My car doesn't work. I'm gonna blame my veterinarian.
No, hold on.
Let's get some. Talking about.
Hey. Let's be honest and all right. Let's get somebody. Let's get Jesse.
My toe hurts. Let me call my proctologist. I guess he's fucked it up.
Man.
Wait. So, like, is this a fair assessment? Like, Tommy, you think the fucking troops?
Tommy,
what's that? Go ahead, Jess.
You think the troops are you're well taken care of? What is this argument about? You think because I don't think that.
No, I don't. But see, the thing is, I have been exceptionally lucky because I have.
There you go.
I think what Tommy's saying.
But I will say this: I do notice from personal experience. I wouldn't call it the guys that have the most problems aren't fucking willing to learn. There is, I really, with the exception of mental illness. I don't know how you could be fucking homeless.
Tommy, can I explain this to you guys? Here's the.
It's not just the homeless. I'm talking about people that
I'll tell you why.
Are like just not getting compensated.
The army preys. The army preys on poor people, on weak-minded, and many of them weak-minded. A lot of the people that go into the army
inaccurate too. Let's hear another inaccurate study.
Oh well, no, I mean the fucking half the people that go in
the weak-minded people that do all the really crazy spying stuff that Dave's talking about.
No. Joe, actually, you are a little.
No, like they do want universities.
Dude, these people harassed me, harassed my neighbor, harassed multiple people that I know.
You're both right. They want the dumber ones to be in a spot where. Hell, you can shoot, right? All right. They do want the fucking smartest people to be doing all the logistics.
They want anyone because they feel that they can train anyone. I mean, you take a dumb
No, they do fucking look at high scores and shit because they want that for a certain area. But other than that, it goes right.
You score high on the ASVAB, you're going places in life. I'm not just the military.
But there's a lot that aren't.
Another thing is like one of the brilliance of the army, at least is what I think, is they could teach people to do things that they don't even know that they're capable of. Take something like shooting mortars, and you get this fucking guy who probably didn't have the opportunity because he grew up in the South where there was, there wasn't a university or a big school, and the next thing you know, he's like the master mortar guy. It's fucking trigonometry.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So, I mean, you could teach a guy that doesn't have, I'm not even saying a stupid person, but somebody that doesn't have opportunity. It's trigonometry. I don't fucking know trigonometry, and I got a pretty high IQ.
This is why I don't see things in black and white, because you guys are all right now, and there's no argument.
I'm not either. I'm on the
Joe,
fence.
I think, was talking about, sorry to interrupt you, Joe, but is the fact that there's a lot of recruitment centers that are focused in basically economically deprived areas. And to be quite honest, this is a viable way out for people that are living in those areas for A, to get some sustainable income, B, to get some proper training and skills, which are great, and discipline, which helps them in the future. But the fact is that a lot of the time, these recruitment centers go in these areas, you've got gangbangers that say, yo, I can get some money going into this, and then when I come out, now I know how to handle some grenades.
Tommy, did you meet a lot of those people?
Yeah, I did. I did know gang members from Los Angeles. In fact.
Okay, there you go.
Yo, a lot of them are fighting over an ISIS now.
You guys
like, at least.
You guys think I'm going to jump all over you. First of all, not everybody from the fucking ghetto, white class, middle class are stupid.
You're all wrong, you damn liberals.
And that's what you said. I do agree with 90. Oh my God. 99%. I do agree with 99% what Dave says, but it's not. It's the phrasing, like they're just looking for weak-minded people to go in.
No, it's not.
That's just simply not true.
No, I'm not saying that they're just collecting.
Simply the most
they're collecting a lot of
group of people, IQ-wise, skill-wise, and personality-wise, and culture-wise. Jesus Christ, I serve with guys that were actually born in the UK.
I think
born in Canada.
I think honestly,
my friend. Peter Zayek, he just left 3 weeks ago. He was born in France. It's simply the most diverse area from everything from intelligence to skill set to background.
You know, I will say that there is a misconception that lots of I kind of just fed into it, but there is a misconception that everyone in the Army is just some poor idiot who had nothing better to do.
Well, here's something that'll feed. This will be like, all right, this helps you out, Dave. It's not that they want you to be stupid, but they will use you and then throw you away when they're done with you.
I never said at all that that.
No, you didn't say that. Joe did.
But the thing is, though, if we want to look statistically, people in poorer areas, more often than not, aren't of that high IQ material that would be officer material. That being said, that's not excluding them from just being amazing people when they get that opportunity to show those skills.
Look, the Army takes a bulk of people from lower income areas. There is no denying that. I wouldn't deny that, but you would be surprised. You would think that I was around. It must be like a fucking ghetto in there. It's not. For some reason, they're still, and unless they fucking change something or do some things that I don't like in basic training, it's still a very balanced area as far as everything that I said. Even with that, because I really do believe, and I learned in the Army. It's like it's easy to look at ghettos and say, oh, those people are fucking dumb. It's not that. It's opportunity, and I do see that. I didn't. I gotta be honest with you. Like when I travel around Europe, which is supposed to be smarter than us, and in the ignorant statements I hear about the military, about the United States, I think they're dumber than all the guys I served with. Do you think Dave Van Cure is stupid? Dave Van Cure is like really well spoken. Dave, doesn't have a great education. He just graduated high school. Look how well the guy speaks. I'm a college dropout. I can handle myself. I can have a debate. There's plenty of other guys
Hold
like
on.
me in the military.
We also then have to be a little more specific when it comes to the wording, because there's intelligence and there's smarts. Because I've known people that could do logarithms in their head. Like these guys were like,
well, I mean, it's just really
pure geniuses.
Everybody who joins the military is stupid, and they're all using them just to spit them out. Well, no, I wasn't treated that way.
No. I'm not saying that.
Dave got hurt, and he will tell you he was not treated that way. And they fucked up. They fucked up his prognosis when he fell off that truck.
Okay,
so
let me put it blunt. Let me put it bluntly. They view you as expendable.
In what aspect? No, they don't. There's not a room where people. Well, he's expendable. They would never have to put me in a position like this. But when they do go into battle and they do count, this is a susceptible amount of casualties. They don't say these guys are expendables because it's a defeatist attitude. How could you ever fucking win a battle? I mean, it's insane.
I think somewhere down
because
the line,
it's exactly what you just said. Because it's understood that there's a certain amount of casualties that can be expected. So therefore, you have this amount of buffer of.
The way you're portraying it is movie-like, and it's silly. I got to be honest with you, it's silly.
You're naive, man. You're naive.
No, I'm not
naive.
You,
buddy. I love you.
I'm not naive.
But you're naive.
I took advantage of the military. I knew how to avoid its potholes. I do think that it's not popular to talk about. I do think some of the guys that are in trouble. Probably put themselves in that position to a certain extent, but I mean, shit, we're all our own worst enemy at the end of the day. But I also agree with you that more attentions have to be paid to the VA But I don't think there's this grand fucking conspiracy. I think it's bureaucracy.
Okay, first of all,
veterans get fucked. Poor
start
people get
following
fucked.
the rules of
Black
logic
people
and
get
debate
fucked.
properly.
Spanish
Because
people
when-
get
who
fucked.
fucking
Happy
said
New Year.
conspiracy? Who said conspiracy? I didn't say
No,
conspiracy.
it's the way it comes out of your
Oh
mouth.
my God, you gotta
So
recut
that's a
that,
perception.
Joe.
That's a problem
They-
that you
that was
have
great.
in interpreting what I'm trying to tell you.
But
So just
no,
because you're
you
imagining
don't
things,
realize that you're expendable.
it's like
Well,
you're
if I
saying
thought that way all day, I
it's like
probably
you
would
say
have
to
got
Joe
killed
all the time. You're not listening. You're not listening. Well, you're not listening, Tommy. That's
Hey,
not what I
guys.
said. If that's what you're perceiving, that's wrong. But what I'm saying is that people like Donald Rumsfeld or Dick Cheney,
It's your personal politics.
they don't give a fuck about you, Tommy. Why don't you
You
accept?
know what? Who gives a fuck? You know what? I don't fucking walk around all goddamn day worrying what fucking Donald Rumsfeld think. You know what I worried about? Doing my job. You know what I worried about? Taking care of what I had to do and preparing for my life outside the military. I didn't need to feel like a fucking victim that Donald Rumsfeld didn't know my name. And you know what? Barack Obama didn't either. That's a stupid attitude. It's a piss poor military attitude. And if I had anybody in my fucking unit that talked like that, they'd be fucking doing the shittiest duties on the goddamn post. Stir shit. That's what you would be doing. Because
Yeah, I'd be facing a fucking
Nice.
court martial after kicking your fucking ass. Tommy. That's what.
Oh, good. Oh, well, I'll be a victim all I want. I'm in perfect mental health. I've actually done pretty well for himself, and I was handed a shit card as I was getting out of the army. You know, I got to be honest with you. This is nuts. And you know what? Even if you're right, it's the dumbest way to look at things, especially if you're in the military.
Why don't you
I'm
be
not a victim.
pragmatic?
I'm
Be
not a victim.
pragmatic.
I
Realize
don't need-
reality for what it is
I don't
around
need
you.
status. I
There's
don't-
leftists. There's fucking Marxist leftists, the ones that you love so much. They fucking hate you. They want you to literally
I don't
burn
know.
and
I know.
die.
No, I don't
You've got
fuck with
people in the center that don't like you and call you a baby killer. You've got
know.
people like me that support
What am I
the
gonna do?
effort of the military,
What am I
but
gonna
I
do?
have issues when it comes to political interference and basically.
Dave, if it doesn't have to
piracy.
do with money, I don't think you're.
Cheney.
Tommy doesn't care. Just so you know.
It has everything to do with money.
Hey, I just want to say, when you were saying like the blacks get fucked, everybody gets fucked, and you were just naming race after race, we gotta like cut that as a Happy New Year thing.
The Irish got fucked when they came over on the boat. The Guineas got fucked. I should have said that. The everybody.
No, we gotta recut.
Well,
all
now
of
we
that.
gotta
Like,
go
Happy
back
New
and-
Year, everybody.
Now-
The blacks
Yeah,
get fucked.
The
whites get
niggers
fucked.
and the fucking crackers. Like, let's just make sure we even it out there.
No, you know,
the-
all right. To be honest here, like Dave, I get like, all right, be open to the fact that it can all be like what you're saying. Like I like to say, if they had the cure for cancer, no, why would they fucking bring it up right away when you can let all these other fuckers die and fucking make a little more money?
If
off
someone
them
finds
first?
a cure for
But
cancer, it
there's
won't
no
go down like
evidence
that.
to support that, so you have to fucking.
There is no they. They'll sell it on the open market. And
But
make
no,
it-
I think he's definitely right here. It's just, but I agree with Dave in the way that you need to at least have it in the back of your mind that you could, that kind of shit can happen. It's just like greed can fucking, make anybody do the wrong
Look, the
things.
only
There's
guys-
always the potential for it.
The only other guys that I ever had to worry about fucking me wasn't these all-powerful Donald Rumsfeld. I had to worry about Sergeant Douchebag that would fucking make me sign for something and then turn around and said, make me sign for something that I didn't see the serial number for, and then turn around and say he lost it when he was the guy that was lost it. Those were the
There you
guys
go.
trying to fuck me.
yeah, right.
That's a real visceral, it's a literal type thing. You can see it in front of you, and you know what, and you learn to take steps to take care of yourself to avoid things like that.
Joe,
you know what?
I think we handled those. We handled
Life.
Rumsfeld.
That's what life is.
We
Joe,
handled
do you remember
Rumsfeld
that
over
video
here.
that you played over and you showed Tommy and me and everyone else where I think it was American politician, was it Kerry, or it was
Rick
I
Perry?
think it was a GOP guy, a Republican.
Rick Perry?
And I think he had some sort of like debilitating disease, and he asked him, if he wanted to make illegal weed and possession and all
Yeah.
that, and he said yes. Do you remember that?
You're talking about the loaded question to Mitt Romney, yes.
Yeah, loaded question.
Mitt Romney, that's who it was. Okay, I mean,
Loaded.
I
No,
kind
you
of.
gay homo. No weed
Well,
for you.
Can I ask you
That
something
guy
though?
was a soldier, wasn't he?
let me ask you
Mitt
something. Let
Romney
me ask
was
you something. I
basically,
just-
don't give a fuck about you or your health.
I
Fuck
just
you.
Yeah, I
I,
was
I
loaded,
just
something.
thought about this. Tommy says it's loaded, and I do agree with what he's saying, but there is a part of me that says, well, how can it be loaded if it directly affects his life and it's a real question that he has? How is it loaded when?
But, I mean,
when-
what does Romney do? He said he didn't believe in it. He's so much as said he didn't believe in it, and he moved on. I mean, what
My
happened?
point,
Everybody knows Romney's position.
That's right.
All right, and he says it, and then it's like, but well, you got the answer. You might not have got the answer you like, and now you got to make a decision what you want to vote for.
And you're right, and that's all he can do. And I agree with that. He gave the answer, and I told you that. And Dave,
we actually ended up agreeing on that.
Yeah,
one,
and Dave, I said that. I mean, and that's what it comes down to. It comes down to I didn't vote for him, and that's one of the reasons why. Because I don't like that.
My point is this:
and
this
that's
is just
my
one example
opinion.
of an individual in government who doesn't give a fuck about you or any other soldier that's serving. As long as you're doing their dirty work, they don't care. And that's what bothers me.
Well, do you need me?
Let me explain America though.
You, Dave?
Let me explain America.
I don't fucking need that in life.
Let me explain America though.
You don't want me to fight against the politicians who keep increasing their salaries as opposed to making sure that the veterans get the proper payment that they need for their health issues or for their mental issues?
No, I do.
You don't want me to fight.
My point is you're going about it all the wrong way. That's my point. You're going about it the wrong way. No, I do want you to keep the pressure on them.
We're taxed a lot here in Canada.
You're absolutely right, Dave. We do need people like you.
I know where I want to fight.
But I got to be honest with you.
Though.
If you're going to attack a problem, you have to attack it realistically and not with this very binary way of looking at this. On,
Tommy,
off, black
Tommy.
and white. That's the thing. That's
Tommy, let me make
saying.
this point.
Yep.
In America, because we're America and we're the free and the home of brave. Here's my take on it. And listen, I don't like Romney because of those comments, and that's my choice. But here's the other choice. The soldier can agree that I'm going to go to war and fight for this country because I love the country. Mitt Romney can agree that that's great and that's noble, and I'm glad you're fighting for us. I'm happy to have you. We need you. But I do not believe in your personal choices and what you're saying. And the soldier can have the right to say, well, why don't you? I wish you could. And the bottom line is Mitt Romney and that soldier don't have to agree on those situations to coexist in this country. No one is owed anything, and that's why it's America, because he can choose to go to war and fight for a country even if the president himself doesn't agree with his personal choices.
I mean, that's the thing.
Right?
You know, I tell you something else. Just we'll move on from this subject. I knew of a general, a very famous general, and
General Dick Balls.
I can't say his name because I don't want to get it out there.
Dick Balls.
Because he left on not to. He left the military on.
Good old Dick Balls.
I was made aware that every time this guy sent a
Dick Balls.
Sent guys outside the wire, and every time or decisions that he made, which I mean, this guy had to make decisions that got people killed, and they do make the generals. I mean, it's just like playing a video game in the sense, like if you're playing one of those like Starflight, you're going to put certain things, and you expect to learn a certain amount. And from what I understand, this guy would go when he had to make he would just cry his fucking eyes out to no end, and because it hurt. It was a horrible thing to do, but he had to do it to the best of his ability. And this is not something that he made public. This is something that I knew. Wow. That happened because of somebody who worked with him that was close with me. And I got to be honest with you, after hearing this story, and this is going to find shocking to you, Dave, I honestly think he needed to stop fucking doing that because he had a war to win. And that's the way I view it. Yes, you're right, Dave, and I do appreciate that. You do really care about the troops and Canadian troops and American troops. And you know, one beautiful thing about the beautiful thing about you, Dave, is you see no difference between the two countries when it comes to that. And I really admire that. But here's the fucking reality. The fucking reality is this is a dirty, dirty fucking business. Dirty, filthy
Well, here's the
business.
fucking
And if
reality.
you walk around with a victim's
You're
attitude,
not listening.
If you
You're
walk
not
around
listening.
with a victim's attitude,
I'm going to pull your fucking shit, Tommy. I'm going to pull your fucking shit right now.
You keep
You're
telling
not
you
listening.
realize they don't
No.
care about you? Yes. I'm telling you, yes.
You're
Oh my
not
God.
listening.
Yes. Yes.
Did I
Yes.
say
I'm answering your question.
Did I say
Yes.
anybody in the
And it's
military?
irrelevant.
No.
Yes. And it's
Said
irrelevant.
The bureaucrats.
It's a
I
pussy
said
attitude.
the politicians. I said those that are outside.
You said Donald
of the
Rumsfeld. You named the individual. Don't give me that bullshit.
You're going to tell me that Donald Rumsfeld.
I don't give a fuck. That's what I'm telling you. That's what's not getting through. I don't give a fuck. And if you have that fucking attitude, it's gonna get you killed. You're gonna get bad. You're gonna make bad decisions, and that's what you don't understand. And I know you're saying that because you mean it and you care. But I gotta be honest with you, it's the wrong way to do things. That's all I'm gonna say.
Rumsfeld is not this general that you're talking about. It sounds like this general that you're talking about was a real man.
Yeah,
Donald
he was a real man, but he was also probably getting more fucking
you're
guys
comparing
killed
the
because he was too
devil
busy
to
crying his goddamn eyes out. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the fucking bottom line. If you don't have the fucking guts to do this job and it's miserable, you need to get the fuck out.
Did I ever say that collateral damage was something that was not?
You keep saying, "Do I care?" I'm telling you no, and you can't even believe that I've answered the question that way. No, because
the puck bunny.
you're putting words in my mouth, and that is just wrong.
You realize? You think Donald Rumsfeld? Tell me if I'm putting words in your mouth. Do you think Donald Rumsfeld gives a crap about you? Here's my answer. You're right. I don't think he gives a crap about me. But if I fucking walked around like that all day, I'd be a fucking idiot. That's my answer. So you can dial in the conversation there.
Some would say you
can't.
Be a moron if I thought that
it
way.
doesn't mean that you can't fucking take that information into your head and not continue on with your job.
I have to get crazy. That's why fucking I go crazy and I start saying stuff. How am I going to argue with you? You'd rather live in Texas. You.
Thing is, do you believe that's crazy? That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. No, it isn't. You're crazy.
You're crazy.
Yeah. What about these people that got stampeded?
Oh my god, that was my next thing to move to, but I forgot about it because you guys went into fucking insano.
The cows or
no? I think just the people stampeded them.
Here's what happened. I looked into this. Apparently, from a neighboring apartment, there was a square with all these people. 100,000 people. They usually expect 100 to 300,000 people. They expect in this square every year. Somebody from a neighboring apartment threw fake money down onto the crowd. And apparently that is what started the stampede that ended up killing 42 people and sending like dozens more to the hospital.
So some guy leaned out his window and was like, I'll make it rain, yeah. And the fucking people I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something. They find out over there in Shanghai who did that. They're getting fucking
big money. I win.
That's what the stampede sounded like.
What a horrible thing to do.
I can't believe that. Like the picture on Yahoo is great. The cop looks like under duress.
Oh my god, look at these pictures. They're disgusting. Remind me of the fucking soccer riots in the 80s.
Don't ever. Oh my god.
Well, China isn't a bastion for anything of humanitarian nature. I mean, there's been times where foreigners have saved people, say, drowning in a river or who've been attacked by people. They help, this person to safety, and the authorities then arrest them. I mean, it's fucking batshit insane. And it's like the same way in Mexico. Don't go to these fucking places. They're not worth.
Would you go to the Great Wall of China, Dave?
No,
because my wife asked me, is that a place we want to visit in the next couple of years? And I was like, yeah, I got a little problem giving those commies my money as much as I want to see the Great Wall.
Same.
Should I go?
No, I agree. I agree with you totally. I would not spend my money on that. I mean, even Cuba for me, as much as it's fairly cheap.
What a scumbag move that was.
Business.
What a scumbag move to help that dictator.
Before we go on with your comments there, Tommy, I just want to say Canada's been doing business with Cuba since probably
since
the 70s.
So does Germany.
And like we've had access to that market, and it's been fairly cheap and stuff. But when you think about it, it's like, well, I'm spending money somewhere where basically people get tortured because they
we buy clothes from kids making shit at sweatshops.
Yeah. Well, we do that.
You know what? I'm pure blooded
that's
Canadian
illegal.
because Canada's got so much great land here that I can vacation anywhere and I'm happy here. So I don't have to go to fucking all these dictatorships.
All you guys have is land.
Nah, man, they got bear traps too.
Lots of bears here.
We got bears.
Yeah.
Who wants bears?
Not bears
We'll
with
see
big
around in the Boston
garden.
But these bears have big erections though. By the way, Troy wants to kill you, Tommy.
I don't care. What the fuck else? Over what?
Think about it.
I don't know. Fucking how many people fucking say rotten shit to me all the time? I can't even keep track.
Tommy, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. No, I hope Jesse's still here, by the way. But I hope he's listening. He's got to be in the party with us here or whatever. The chat. What am I in Xbox? I will say because I really try. I've tried more than ever to be really in the middle. I think my own way, and I really try not to lean towards either side for the most part. But obviously, I will lean to the left probably, obviously more. And I don't even know what I'm doing, but it is interesting at the liberal, just how mean. Because I always picture Republicans as just this big mean entity, and I think they are as far as like, certain things go. But personally, who gets mean? It's amazing how like the liberal side will get very nasty about like you're stupid because you don't even know how to speak.
Yeah, well, it's becoming more. It's something I've
It's
always
happening
dealt with because,
more.
But you know, it's more common now because you know it wasn't
is that?
easy taking the other. Because I am not a fucking solid Republican by any means. But I was when I was
No,
a
you're
little
like
young
me because
and
you lean
yeah.
to the right.
Yeah, I lean to the right.
But
yeah.
you're not fucking over there. But there are some things that we.
Yeah,
I
and, you know, but there's also some things on the left. You know, I do believe in an open drug policy, and I don't really mind what's going on in Colorado, and I certainly don't want. I think the left's right on keeping religious kooks out of fucking science classroom and stuff like that. So it's not just it's stuff like that. But I'll be honest with you, I would be much more comfortable saying those views in a young Republicans group than saying that I was anti-abortion in any room full of Democratic people I know. I know I'm going to get blasted. I know I'm going to get punched in the face.
You're right.
And I know they're just, in my experience, being someone that's sort of in the middle of stuff like that.
It becomes like a zombie.
They're the worst.
It becomes like a zombie apocalypse when you mention this in front of them. It becomes like you almost have to fear for your life that all these people that said peace and we want to give money to people and they care about people more than money. All of a sudden they want to beat you to death.
Yeah, sure.
With whatever they have around.
Because it was never liberals always get associated with the 60s.
I've heard this stuff from Leah too, by the way. She spouts off craziness too. Like, fuck them.
I mean, yeah. I like I said, I would be much more comfortable presenting my views in a room full of fucking wacky Christians, because they would just try to save me. A liberal would try to humiliate me. Worst case scenario, if I beat him in the argument, he might even resort to violence.
Well, and they'll bully you. The whole thing that they're fucking running against is bully stuff.
It's not. Now I know what you're talking about with Troy. By the way, yeah. Now I know what you're talking about, Troy, because it was just a simple disagreement and turned into a personal attack. Yeah, but I got to be honest with you, I couldn't remember it because it happened like 2 days ago too with a very close friend of mine. When I made a comment that look, we had 20 years of good policing in New York City, and I believe that probably had something to do with the Republican policies, although it was half Republican, half independent mayors over the last 20 years. And I mean, I was told you didn't live there. You didn't live there. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Fuck your Christmas. Fuck your New Year. Fuck. This is a guy I was pretty close with.
I saw that. That guy.
Yeah,
was
and it was really unbelievable.
He
and
took,
it's like, because you're not from.
He's got something else.
Here's the funny part.
He's got something personally
that guy,
going
Eric,
on.
that he was yelling at. Look, first of all, Edgar grew up in New Jersey. He was the kid that was from New York that moved over. All right, he's definitely from New York. Okay,
right.
But the guy that he was yelling at was this guy Eric Holderbaum, who I knew at a different part of my life than I knew Edgar. They lived fucking 2 blocks from each other, and neither of them even know it, which is so fucking funny to me.
That is funny.
But no, I was a little surprised by Egbert, but no, I got to be honest with you, I get this all the time. I think the university, if you think it's bad, like on Facebook, you imagine what it's like going to university. And I think it's toxic. And I would never say that all liberals are like that.
But you know what?
My experience, my personal experience, that's where you get the most out of control, insane, sort of conditioned response that you're going to get with political argument. Sometimes you're just better off not doing it. I don't even know why I do it.
I can tell you why I know about this more than ever. Leah's always extreme when she gets angry. Like, she goes extreme, and I wonder if that's a mindset to like irrational extremism that just comes out of nowhere from the liberals. I don't know if that's a trait, because I have it too, and I kind of lean to the left.
Dude,
Dude,
I can fucking make an entire household wish they were dead. And it's all because I'm fucking having a bad day and I go crazy. I don't give a shit either way about this country. So what the fuck does a liberal have to do with going ape shit?
No, but what I mean like is on Facebook, this girl just killed herself because of bullying and stuff. And somebody wrote a huge paragraph about the kids need to go to jail, and they should go to jail for life because of what they did to her. And then I looked up the bullying, and the bullying was kind of bad, but this lady was saying that they should go to jail for life. And I said, I know a lot of people who've been bullied and stuff, and this is what's happened in America. We've all become pussies, and giving everybody a medal is turning them into pussies. And listen, some of the bullying is horrific, especially those people that said they were her boyfriend for a year, and then it's all a joke, and then she killed herself. That might be grounds for an abuse that's a little higher than just bullying. But this girl, it was just bullying, and listen, she killed herself. And you can't prosecute these people and put them in jail for life. So I said something like that, and I said, at some point, there's the truth is in the middle, and at some point
you're pro bully, Joe. You must be for bullies.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got everything. You fucking piece of shit. Why don't you go vote a Republican in and all this crazy shit?
Yeah, you were Republican.
You piece of fucking shit, and you probably hate black people too, and all kinds of stuff.
Exactly.
And I'm like, and then other people just being like, you show, and I said, I have a wife, I have children, I have a girl, I was bullied when I was little, and I wrote all this stuff, how I hate bullies, and I'm the first one to stick up for a bully, and I'll go over the line to attack a bully, because I can't stand bullies. I don't like people doing that to people.
No, you love them.
And
I mean, look who you're arguing with.
And they were just like, you're a chauvinist piece of shit, aren't you? And I hope you fucking die. And I'm like, holy fucking shit, are you joking? You're fucking out of your mind, stupid as fuck.
They don't want to have
these stupid bitches.
You know, there's another group of people that act like that when their beliefs are questioned. They're very religious.
Exactly like it.
And that's what you see. That's what I mean. You see this guy on YouTube. He's great. His name's Thunderfoot, and he's got a degree in biology.
Sexuality.
Cornell and all sorts of other fucking great universities and what have you around the world. He's an English guy, and what he does is he debunks shit like creationism. But one of the recent things that he's got, and he's a liberal. I mean, he's like pro socialized medicine, everything like that. His latest enemy has been the social justice warriors and the feminist movement. You want to talk about the most brutal fucking people on the planet, both men and women, by the way. It's this feminist movement. They've got his Twitter account removed. They did false flagging on his YouTube channel. This guy's a fucking scientist.
Yeah, right.
This guy's a fucking scientist. This guy's a fucking scientist. He generally agrees with most of these persons' views, but what he does, he calls them out when they say things like, there is simply no difference between strength and between men and women. This is just a myth that's forced down our throats as we're young, as we're growing up, which isn't true. We're a dimorphic species. He points that out, and then they bring the body fat into account, and the fact that even women athletes aren't as strong as out of shape men in upper body areas and stuff like that. So that's just fundamentally not true. Well, it's just like the story you told me before. You brought up an argument to say, look, this may not be legitimately life in prison. No, this guy brought up a scientific fact. Right. And their reaction was to freak the fuck out.
Right.
So, I mean, I got to be honest with you. I find them, and I'm certainly, there's really smart liberals out there and people I love to debate with. I find them to be the most vicious people when it comes to politics. I think Dave Rose would agree with me, too. And we disagree on a lot of stuff, me and Dave Rose.
I think there's a real problem with this. It's very scary. We're going down a very dark road.
Yeah, it's a dark time.
I thought we were going down a dark time with Bush too. I mean, so every
I would agree with you there as well.
Every single president, there's been a dark time, but this is a different darkness. This is actually coming from the other side. I spent years and years ripping on the right side, and now we're really going down the dark side of the left. And it's very scary. It's even as angry as I would get at you or at anybody if we had a disagreement and breaking headphones and flipping out.
That was actually a misunderstanding.
Well, you're right. It kind of was. It was ridiculous.
You're crazy.
It was kind of crazy. That was probably.
That was just as much my fault as it was yours.
But
I mean, I kind of.
The point is, you can never. You just can't say. You can't get to the point where you just say this person just needs to be shot. Or this person just needs to shut up. Or we just need to take this person down. Or
that
we need to take
my daddy says you can't.
That's scary. That's scary. We're gonna take your website down. No, I don't think so.
You take your website down, and then you can justify it.
See,
you can justify because they're saying the wrong thing. That's what religious people do. That's what radical Muslims and radical Christians. And
do I think the Westboro?
You're gonna go to hell, Tommy.
Do I think the Westboro Baptist?
Exactly.
The Westboro Baptist Church shouldn't go to jail. I just don't think they should be able to be protesting people's funeral, but if it's the law that we really can't stop them from doing that, that's okay, because guess what? We can do what those bikers did and everything and stand in front of the funeral. So there's
I got to be honest with you, as disgusting as they make them, I know as they make me, and this is something that was just common knowledge when I was a kid. I don't agree with your opinion, but I'll die to protect it. We don't have that anymore. And like, as disgusting as those fucking people are, I mean, they're really awful, and they're, homosexuality.
Because I look at that as bullying, though. I look at them as they're bullying a dead soldier's parents.
We have to protect their words. I don't know about how close they should be able to protest. That's a different fucking argument. But we have to protect their words so we can protect the words that we're speaking now. That's why it's so important. And I think somewhere along the line, especially the millennials that are coming up, the left has lost that. They forgot that somewhere along the line, if they had it in the first place, because all I see is extremists.
All right.
But I'm sure that
let's get out of this political talk now.
Yeah, sure. But it was a good one.
It was. We had a good little thing. And Dave Rose might be dead.
Let's talk about Jesus.
Let's talk about Jesus.
Is Dave Rose dead? Is he there?
I don't know. I wish he'd have heard that. I think he would have loved that conversation.
Well, you know, in
I'm here,
Canada,
guys.
Jesus
Did
is.
you agree with me on like the reactions of? I mean, we get into it pretty hard, but I mean, do you agree with me as far as like, the reactions of people that kind of identify themselves with the left? I mean, are we off here?
For the most part,
Yeah.
there's certain
You're
things I
fucking crazy,
do disagree
Tommy.
with you, but
What?
you know, again, let's move on to something else. People in the chat are a little bored with the
He
political
doesn't want
talk,
to tell
so-
you how much he thinks
Well,
you're
call
fucking
in.
nuts.
Woo! Happy 2015! Ooh yeah!
Yes.
Imagine Ric Flair comes out. Ric Flair comes in. Woo! And the liberals and all you politicians
You're an
and the
idiot,
Republicans
son of a
and
bitch.
Sarah Palin, you can all go to Space Mountain. Woo!
They want me to sing "Oh Canada."
617.
That's
I
cool.
did that a couple
Oh,
weeks
God,
ago.
you gotta sing.
Yeah, that's what I
I would love
told
to
them.
hear you sing on Canada.
617. What's up? We get a call from
sing the class?
617. Maybe it's.
Speak up, boy.
Oh shit! I think it's Troy actually. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be good.
Hello,
You have a weapon.
Troy. Do you know how to use a phone?
Let me look. I got to prepare for this fight by smoking a cigarette. So tell them that.
Speak, boy. Come on,
give me,
you're bothering
give me
me.
5.
I'm gonna
Go take a
get
break.
Coke and catch a cab.
Go take a break. I'll take a dump on you. You want to hear some wrestling news real quick while we're Jim Ross. Jim Ross has been talking with that Global Force Wrestling Jeff Jarrett's deal over there, and now people are saying maybe TNA, and that's very interesting if he did that. TNA, of course, just announced the signing of Kurt Angle, which is kind of stupid because we already knew he was going there. But it's so evident that Kurt Angle tried to go to WWE, and they were like, no. Like, whether they said, get the fuck out of here, or no, or... But
Vince, I can be the bunny.
Yeah, Vince, I promise I won't go out bad this time. You know? Some of the stuff he did with Vince was so funny with him and Stone Cold that... Man, it's just so funny to watch that and think about him in TNA because he's so serious in TNA.
No, I love how he grew. He did that in WWE. I wasn't watching, but when I go back, I'm like, oh my god, he's a monster. They made they're like what 2002, 2003. They turned him into like a beast, like a Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, but then they turned him into a comedian like for a while.
Wait, I thought that was before that though.
Oh no, that was after that. I think it was after that. I could be wrong. Maybe it was.
Wait.
No, it was before that. You're correct.
Yeah.
Hey,
It was
Teresa's
like
here.
When Stone Cold was doing comedy, that's when he was doing it.
Hey, Teresa.
Or a little before.
Hope you're naked under the covers right now, honey. Matt Fisher's in here too,
Minus
baby.
35 degrees.
We're gonna hook you up tonight. I want to see those pics. I want to see those pussy pics. How about that?
Holy shit, Winnipeg is fucking freezing these days.
Winnipeg is messed up. It's probably 9 degrees right now.
No, it's less than that. It's like less than 0.
Holy shit! It's cold. It's 9 degrees here, so that's actually I'm fucked up. I'm dumb as shit. Troy, hello. I assume that's Troy because it's 617. And he hangs up again. I don't know.
Hello, monsieur.
I wish to communicate.
Buenos
Where the
tardes.
fuck?
Leah, are you there?
Yep.
Tell me it's wet. You're not drunk enough. Okay.
No.
Well, when you're drunk later, we'll talk.
You're not making these drinks strong enough.
Oh shit! Give me the drink. I'll fix it.
You're making these drinks like a pussy.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna lick a pussy later.
Gotta speak up about that stuff, Leah. Don't let this guy guess about the lack of liquor in your drink. You gotta make sure this guy knows so he makes it nice and stiff.
She'll be like, normally
I don't.
More ways than one. You know what I'm saying?
Well, normally she'll be like, this is way too strong, and and I don't want this. Pass it over here. I'll fix it.
No, it's fine now. This one's better than the last one.
Yeah. Sure it is. You know what? You need to learn to just take shots while you're drinking a drink, like Chaser, you know?
I don't need to learn to take shots. I hate taking them.
That's why you gotta learn. That
No.
something's wrong, see? Nobody says, I hate taking them, I'm not doing it.
Nobody likes taking shots. People take them,
What?
but nobody likes it.
No, you have a
Tastes fucking
kamikaze.
awful.
No.
Yeah.
That's why you have a Chaser, though.
Like I like drinking wine because and good beer, but other than that, if you're getting drunk, it's usually not on anything that tastes good.
Oh, you
Yeah,
pussy.
see, it's
617.
I guess I'm just.
Troy.
Delicious.
Is this Troy? I guess that's not Troy.
No, I think I know who it is.
It's Tony.
Oh, by the way, with Jared, I'm going to send a message out to him real quick. I will not interrupt you or attack you anymore if you want to call Cronin. From what I've been told through the grapevine, he's sort of afraid to like participate anymore.
I don't want him to. I hate him. He can stay away.
My God.
Can I ask a question just as a fan who's come on as of late? But
yeah,
why are we still talking about Jaren? I mean, that thing is basically done and over. I mean,
yeah, I agree. He should just go away. And be
it's
gone
done and
forever.
over with. He's moved on.
Well,
you guys have moved on.
I'm not. I never bring him up. That's what's funny.
No,
like, I'm always
it's
like,
Joe
kind of
hates when I
referring
bring
to
it up.
Tommy here.
No, all I'm saying is he. From what I understand, he still wants to call and talk about wrestling, and I guess not be inundated with the.
I wish he would. I like
I've
it.
never watched that movie Frozen, but I know there's a song called "Let It Go." So let it go, let it go.
Okay,
whatever.
but I'm not gonna
let
fuck
it
with
go.
him. I'm done.
Dude, I got to listen to that song almost every night because Gavin has to listen to that before he goes to bed.
See, I feel like
Well,
the only reason he calls is because he's like he wants attention and shit, and that
Oh, that's
annoys
true.
me.
Well,
That just that really bothers me.
I'm
like,
on.
that he just...
I'm on YouTube because I want attention. So
no,
I
but
mean,
it's like the wrong. No, it's the wrong reasons. Like
no, it's
I
the
don't know
wrong
how to-
reasons with me too.
I don't know
No,
how
I
to
agree
describe
with
it.
that.
but-
I would rather have that faggot that was calling in the other day that kept spamming your show, calling you a faggot and all that shit because that was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Hey Joe, how come you suck so much cock, huh?
Hey Troy, you at the bus stop? Let it go.
No, why?
Oh,
You using Chris Tosovich's phone?
Oh, is it bad?
no, it's
Hold
not
on.
that. It's better now. That's okay.
Man, Happy New Year, bud.
Go fuck yourself.
You can eat me too.
I will.
You big hairy fuck.
All my 32 teeth.
You got, you,
I
your
have all
hairy,
my
huh? You got all your hair, all your teeth. You're
How
pretty
many
good looking,
how many
ain't you?
testicles do you have?
Enough.
Are you one of those guys with 3 testicles? Did you tell me that, or somebody told you that when I was home?
Somebody
I
has
don't know. Yeah, you can have.
Take
you
it
can be
easy,
one of the
Tommy.
3
Let's not have flashbacks to your childhood there.
Who has
I
That
have
one only
2
comes
testicles.
with wisdom.
Tommy's looking for a donation. That's why.
I'm all man. What are you talking
Why?
about?
Because the army won't pay him?
He's got a he's got a kid, man.
Ugh.
It's not really his.
Who, my kid? Well, she looks just like me. What are you talking about?
I know she really does.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but Tommy
How
doesn't
much
know.
does surgery cost?
If
Shit.
she didn't look like if she
She
didn't
looks
look
like her a lot.
if she didn't look like you, if she didn't look like you, I might be worried, but she totally is yours.
Yeah. She looks
Really? Because I don't notice the difference. I mean,
Well, you're an
Look at
asshole.
your eye. Look at
I
your
hope
eyes.
she gets your laugh. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, you imagine in school. Look, you want to trade?
oh God save her if she gets Tommy's laugh.
You want to trade My Little Pony
In
cards?
German. It'll be a German song.
She got in a fight with a kid that badmouthed me for
Make
being
fun of my
American.
daddy's laugh.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, she did. I was kind of proud of her because
Oh, that's what you do. That's
Daddy's
what you
little
do.
soldier.
How old is she?
she's 6. I
so
went to.
I can
She's
fix
gonna
that.
be
Tell her.
tough.
Tell her if they ever say anything like your dad's American, yada yada yada. Say, well, your people are a bunch of genocidal maniacs.
Yeah. Well,
And see what
no, it
happens.
was I was surprised and she did. This is a weird situation. Here's what she did. She look, I get a lot of questions from kids, and I certainly I still feel that I got to represent the states in a certain way, even though I don't. But I still feel like I don't want everybody going back, oh, Americans are jerk offs. So I heard her ask a question to my daughter, right? And the way I understood it was just a question, but I guess she understood it as she's being sarcastic. And my daughter snapped at her, okay? And I said, hey, Laura, calm down. Don't talk to people like that. And then the kid started laying in. And she just walked away from me and just kind of let her have it. Really just got in her face. And I was looking at the kid's face, and she had this like fucking freaky blue eyes, and she was smiling ear to ear. It's like she was obviously fucking with her. She didn't cry. She didn't get mad. She just stood up to her and told her. And then I realized what was going on, and I took her aside and said, Laura, I am so sorry. You did the right thing. I misinterpreted. I just don't want people thinking Americans are mean, but you always stick up for yourself, and I'm super proud of her because I kind of told her, like, hey, knock it off.
Good
You know, and I was just like, you know what? You get any candy, any ice cream on the way home. This was the right thing to do, and you did it. You did it despite what I did to you. You know, and I was like super fucking proud, man. Like, way to go. You know, and she doesn't have any of that Americana brainwashing. You know, she was calling me stupid and stuff like that, and then I figured it out, and I was like, oh, good for her, good for her.
Send
you know,
her
and I didn't expect that. I expected her to cry. You know,
get her some martial arts classes, and next time that shit goes down, she'll be leaving someone into a coma.
Yeah,
Tommy-san.
Yeah, but I'm real proud.
America.
People want Jesse's impressions, so Jesse, you gotta whip out some Michael Jackson later, I guess.
Kids,
you want to see it? You want to see what got me banned in Australia?
Come over here and.
You want to see? Do you guys want to see? You guys want to see what got me banned in Indonesia?
Hear that, fans? They don't give a shit what you want. They're all just trying to do it.
Yeah, 9.
Oh shit!
Well, we're just
Jesse's going heel tonight.
We're just.
I don't give a fuck what you
I always
say.
wear.
He's
I wear
always
heels all
heel.
the time. I'm one of them strange guys.
937. What's up, you fuck?
Who's 93? Here we go.
Call her. Yeah.
Hello. Get your phone.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Oh, what?
Are you there, Joe?
Hey, what's up?
All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
Tyson Kidd, you caused Joe Cronin so much pain from stealing his gimmick.
I know who this guy is.
Pain is what I'm all about, buddy. And me and Joe Cronin, we could team up. I don't care if you got to drag freaking Vince McMahon out of his freaking nursing home to come down in the ring to fight us. You are going to fight us. We're going to get that gimmick back. Hashtag fact.
Damn, boy, you sound like a faggot.
Hashtag fuck you is what you should have said. That's awesome, bro. What's up?
Thank you.
You think I should just super kick Tyson Kidd out of nowhere? Just take him out. Thank you.
Devon Dave is not 100% sure that he stole that from you, and I am just like, I mean, we can't agree on anything.
It's like there's a lot of places that use it. It's just the way it is.
It doesn't matter.
I guarantee he stole
it doesn't matter if he stole it from me. I'm gonna say he did.
Everything I believe.
I think in this case it could be because I mean they probably got a couple of guys that hey, you know, we'll give you a hot dog and a Coke if you watch YouTube and find these assholes.
You say that's crazy! That's crazy! That's fucking crazy! No, it isn't. You're crazy. So
no, it isn't.
That's my favorite
You're
part.
crazy.
You're crazy.
Yeah, that's what he says to me. My wife
Dude,
even laughed at him.
Dude, I've already clipped that segment out of that video, and I'm gonna make it my ringtone.
And you
on my
masturbated
phone.
to it.
Oh, that goes without saying, but still.
No, I'm telling you, if I fucking have a good day one of these days, I'm gonna go through and just God. You could probably do 2 hours of soundboarding for Tommy's shit in the last year. Stuff.
Oh yeah. Holy shit. I want that.
Hey, you know what, Tom? I'm sick of looking at your tomatoes. That was you, Joe. I forget where that was on. That
Hey,
was
Troy,
hilarious.
are you there, Troy?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Oh, you sound great now. You sound
All
like
right, fight.
You sound like
Thank
a
you.
crystal clear
I want to
potato.
see a fight. I don't want any kind, no pulling back, no pulling punches. All right, I want to
versus
see
Yeah,
it
my
nice
phone's
and
a little
dirty.
fucked up. I just
Round
had to,
one.
fix the input.
It's okay if you're fucked up, better off than or on and on. You know, wait a minute. On balance, off balance doesn't matter. Go.
But never face to face.
He's
Only from the back.
So he's saying stuff here, he's saying stuff there. He's never saying it face to face with a macho man. Yeah. So you want to fight Hulk Hogan? I don't know. I'm fucking going crazy.
I heard you finally had a good Raw.
We had a good Raw last Monday. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, Vince must have said, "Okay,
We
taking
did.
a week
That's
off."
right. That's right. You and Vince wrote the whole thing. It was great. We had a great Raw.
Yeah.
That was the best Raw in probably like at
He
least.
said he
a few
wasn't there.
months.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, a few months. Yeah.
He said he wasn't there, but he took the fucking holiday off. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, Triple H did. I kept thinking that because Triple H was there with
You
the
guys
authority.
really think it was the Monday Night Football deal?
No, I hate that. If that's
I
true,
don't like that idea either.
if they really do lay off that, because everyone
It
says
doesn't make
this,
sense.
Doesn't make any
is
sense.
stupid as shit. No, you should be trying to. They fucking said it. Vince said it in that interview. Our competition is the NFL and all these other things. But yet everyone talks about how the NFL is on, so they kind of just mail it in until it's over.
You know,
well, that's the opposite.
He's a lying
of what Vince
bastard because you know what he should have said is, well, you know, we're trying to compete with Real Housewives of New Jersey, and I mean, really, that's who he's competing with. Total Divas has total billing on that show as far as where they put their effort, and their most of their motion goes to that. The rest is wasted motion half the time with no resolve.
Yeah,
fucking horrible.
Well,
I am checking out that Raw though because you guys hyped it up. So well. But other than that, I've got no reason to believe in them.
Troy, you're
Horrible.
single. Did you go into Boston tonight and watch the balls drop?
I did, definitely. There weren't any balls, though. At least not that I saw.
Were there
vaginas?
Were there dead people laying in the streets? Because I heard tonight there was a lot of protesters who just blocked everything off because they were pretending to be dead.
Yeah, I hung out with two of them. Nice guys.
Oh, yeah? Were they fucking? I'll tell you what.
Something like that.
If I see another, and listen, I am totally in support of Eric Garner, and I totally would wear a fucking I Can't Breathe t-shirt. But if I see one more fucking stage dying, I'm gonna step on their crotches. If you get in my way. If you block my traffic going to work on the highway, I'm going to run you over. That's. I'm sorry.
You're not gonna be able to walk in a fucking minute.
Joe, speaking of criminal activity, did you get that email I sent you? That exclusive email?
Why, what the hell did you send him? Some fucking...
I hope it's a dick. I hope it is.
Legal activity.
I'm surprised you didn't check it. There's an exclusive email that I sent you, proof that both Tyson Kidd and Cesaro are criminals.
I did see it.
Is this guy for real?
Criminals in what matter? I mean, they fucking, smoking weed.
They do a Bed Bath & Beyond or what?
You have to see it to understand it. But no, Troy, he's not. He's for real. He maces bears.
I'll mace a bear.
He's from Canada. He maces bears. He's from.
I'm gonna make a video soon of that.
Hey, Troy,
I'm
how
hoping
about
to maybe get a bear or two to
How about the officiating tonight? In that NHL game, in that Boston game, Troy, did you watch the Bruins?
Nah, I was working.
Did you miss it?
Yeah.
Should we not tell you?
No, go ahead. I know it went to overtime.
Well, the officiating was terrible. I'll tell you that.
Tosevich sent me a message. He said, "Wow, this show's really gone downhill."
Who did?
Who said that?
Tosevich.
Oh, Tosevich. Yeah.
No, I'm just fucking.
Tosevich.
Is that a message from beyond the grave?
Yeah, beyond the grave.
Tosevich
Tosevich
he'll
is
make
dead.
a grand comeback someday.
Tosevich is dead.
Well, he's rising from the grave someday after he's done with Trader Joe's.
I figure when Brock's walking, that's when he'll come back. I think that's going to be the move.
Who's Brock?
I asked him if he's got the Tosevich dick yet.
I heard Colleen moved in with.
No, can you imagine when it was coming out? We see his dick. It's huge.
Look at his big dick. I heard.
How many jobs does he have? But more than one.
He's got one. He lays in a casket. and I heard Colleen moved in with some Canadian guy who has big muscles. And Brock doesn't like him. I tried to be there to take care of the kid, but she wouldn't have any of that.
I'll tell you, Mean Gene.
I think Brock lives in Saskatchewan.
Well, you know, Mean Gene. If they come in the ring, Matilda's gonna bite him right in the testicles.
They're heavy masturbators in Saskatchewan, I heard.
Is that right?
I wouldn't know. I'm here in Ontario. That's 2 provinces away.
You're having
4 American states.
You're living it up, aren't you? I don't know why I felt like that was like a Jesse line, and I decided to go for it.
It was because I got it completely.
What is he still in Quincy, or is he over?
He is dead. He is in a fucking casket.
He's dead.
I went to the funeral.
Ground buried.
And it's Quincy, by the way, you cunt.
I was thinking that when you said it, I was like, I'm not going to bring it up.
It's Quincy. We don't...
I saw on your Facebook earlier, Joe, you were stepping on needles and drugs and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, there's like a big thing in Quincy. It's like people just keep dying over here. And every fucking Facebook post is about drugs or this or that. And then everyone's complaining like, they're shutting down the hospital.
Yeah, the worst hospital in existence.
They're shutting down
there
the
aren't
hospital.
enough drugs.
well, they're like, oh, they're shutting down our hospital. We need a rehabilitation center. It's like, these people here are fucking stupid. We don't need anything. We need to get the hospital. The reason it's shutting down is because nobody goes to it because it's a piece
Everybody
of
goes
shit.
to Boston.
It's
Yeah.
bright. It's
Hold
a
on.
piece
Well,
of
it's
shit.
like a terrible hospital. I've known since I was a kid. Like, you don't go there.
What's this rehabilitation
chances
hospital they
going
want to
somewhere
do?
else.
Do they want to get like drug addicts and stuff in this
Yeah.
thing? Is that what they're talking
Now-
about?
Quincy's full of heroin.
Now the
Because here's the thing: in Vancouver,
that's a good thing. But
in Vancouver, there's this really, really poor and derelict area where they've installed
called
these
Vancouver.
injection clinics, as they call them, where clean injection clinics. People go there with their heroin, and they can do so in a safe manner with like needles that are provided to them and stuff. But the fact is that that's not only encouraging the use, but like
course.
that doesn't like they thought, okay, well, if we like, this is the social engineering thoughts of the Canadians here in Vancouver. Oh, let's provide this spot for drug addicts to shoot up. Oh, why is it that this neighborhood is not improving? That's honestly the way they think, and it's not. This is not like extreme Tommy right wing conspiracy type bullshit.
No,
this is
sounds
like
pretty sane to me.
Yeah,
this
he
is
just
ex-
insulted you, and you just took it like a bitch.
But this
Who,
is
me?
the.
That's
a bitch.
I already fought with him once.
Don't worry about Tommy. Anyways, no, but that's the truth. They totally ignore it. It's like, well, why is the neighborhood that we intended to try to improve itself, why isn't it doing so? And why do we have even more drug addicts around here? And why do we have more crime? It's and the funny thing is, a lot of people aren't using that that shoot up clinic, if you want to call it that. They're just hanging around there to score and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
So it just creates a magnet for even worse problems.
Yeah, it's what happened is somebody had this fucking brilliant idea. It was their entire worldview, and then it didn't work. But instead of and it got worse. But instead of saying, "Hey, maybe that didn't work," they just scratched their fucking heads and blame something else.
Maybe we should take the pipe out of their hand and put a fucking shovel in it and send them to work.
It's been 10 years since I actually went to my it was like a 19-week school after I got out of basic training. I think it would be on the 3rd. So that'd be 10 years. And I remember when I got there, I was listening to this guy that was a drill sergeant, and he had just left the role of drill sergeant, and he was good. And he said to me, he says, fucking basic training, it's ridiculous. He says, you privates, you're fucking ridiculous. You're terrible. Do you realize that we had 3 pregnancies on basic training in Fort Jackson in the last 2 years? 3 pregnancies. When I was coming through, there was none. And I said, well, I was a drill sergeant. When you were a kid, they didn't mix sexes in basic training. They do now. That's not the problem. And then he just kept on rambling on because he knew he couldn't talk about that because that would be considered, sexist. But that is the fucking problem.
Yeah.
What did you say, faggot?
You didn't get your ass kicked for talking back.
I know. I was gonna say.
No, it was he asked me a question. He posed the question, and then I answered the question.
My brother went through the Navy boot camp, and
yeah.
It was pretty horrific. Like when I saw him, after the whole training, we went to his graduation. It was actually creepy because he looked like it was almost like they brainwashed him. He seemed like just a different person.
It does change a bit.
He's back to normal now.
Yeah, you also snap out of it. I'm still the asshole I always was.
It was creepy though. I don't know.
No, well, it's you gotta understand what they're trying to do. You're not there for yourself anymore, so you give a little of yourself up.
No, I get it. But it's just
weird.
It's
you
go there and it's like, this is my baby brother. It's like this.
Sure.
It's not how he was a couple months ago.
Yeah. But you never know. Something else could have brought along those changes, and then you eventually.
Oh, you know what was really funny was when we were hanging out with them.
I love you, buddy. You're so
adorable.
Yeah, I'm still brainwashed. That's it. I have no thoughts of my own. It was
really funny hanging out with him too because the way he talked, every other word was fuck this, fuck, and it was that over and over again. I was like, what the hell? Is this it's just literally that's every other word out of their mouth was that them screaming at them and stuff.
You're in a total
we get some fucking pancakes.
You're in a total control environment, and when you are in a total control environment, you're going to take up the culture of that environment real quick, and it's not going to be easy to shake. The good news is when you get to the regular part of the Army, a lot of that bullshit goes out the window. Or the regular Navy, I'm sure the same way. Because at the end of the day, it's not about fucking looking dress. It's about doing your fucking job,
I have been drinking a bit. WWE Payne wants to know if I'm drunk. I have a boner.
I had one.
I remember
drink.
him like
Offer that
talking
up.
about the one thing I remember him saying was like when they were doing the whole ceremony at the end, because it was like wicked long, and they had to like remember to not keep your knees like locked straight or something.
Yeah,
because people and somebody did pass out because they locked their
over.
knees.
He tipped over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes like
I had a
you
friend
can
that did
tip
that
over.
2 years in a row at a parade. 2 years in a row in the exact same spot. He passed out. It was hilarious.
It's hard. It's hard. I passed out at one of them, but I actually I passed out 4 years in.
I'm telling you, Marchman is a dangerous sport.
I guess so.
Troy, you kind of missed. You should have came in right when we started because you would have gotten in all the political banter, but we kind of.
Yeah, sorry, I was out. I was busy having a life.
Something.
Yeah. maybe you can explain yourself.
No, I love how Dave was so pissed. He's like, Tommy, you know something? If I was over there, I'd cross-check you so fucking hard.
Well, you should have been on Facebook when Troy went into his typical liberal attack personally on Tommy. It was amazing.
Oh, he always has it coming though.
Yeah. There's always justification for it, even though I
I'm
don't.
gonna go to Texas. I'm gonna have groceries.
Yeah, that's not what you said on Facebook. You're a meanie. You're a meanie, Troy. You would have been great earlier though, because sometimes like I'm not very good with discussing my side of the argument. So
You almost rather it happen here.
I'd rather call in like Tosevich. Well, but he's dead now. But if he wasn't dead, Tosevich is usually a good one. Even he misinterpreted my thing on Facebook. I wrote, and I was just like, I actually got so mad that he was speaking beyond the grave on Facebook that I wanted to kill myself so I could go to hell and choke him to death again. But thank you.
We got buttons
I can't
now.
believe he can't call in now because he's messaging us on us.
He's a pussy. He's up there in fucking.
For a minute.
He's up next to
Well,
the
he said
devil.
he can't. He's not gonna have any fun because he works too much. Well, you know what? It isn't about having fun. It's
No, he's
about
not.
calling
He's
in
dead.
and bring your misery.
He's
Gentlemen,
dead.
gentlemen, I'm feeling a little juvenile right now, but I just farted and it smells really bad.
Oh.
You're drunk.
You know something? The next time you do that, put the microphone near your ass.
That's never been done before.
I don't want to smell the microphone after that.
Yes, you do.
Did you capture it?
Oh,
dude, my crotch is like 2 feet from my nose, and I can smell this shit. Oh my god!
Jesus Christ, son of a midget!
One time, my buddy did
It's
it.
all that moose meat that we eat up here.
We did it in this cookie jar.
Moose meat.
Get I am. I'm she used to put that moose meat on that bread.
What's
And
wrong
they-
with that moose?
Dave's working on MVP tonight.
That was
woo.
Yeah,
that
man.
moose meat, you know.
We stuck it in a cookie jar for like a whole night. We woke up the next morning and the cookie jar, man, it stayed in there. There's got to be a way to harness this to make like cars work and stuff.
That's science, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's right.
Physics.
Well, is it really physics? Poop?
Yeah, sure.
Like gas? Gas? I mean, isn't that
solids,
like
liquids.
I feel like
Everything's
that's like
physics.
Well, I feel like I just thought it was like more like chemistry, like with the gases.
Biochemistry.
Biochemistry. Yeah,
Biochemistry's right.
that's what I was thinking.
Biowarfare.
Gasoline out of
Dave has a lab experiment.
Well, you're right because the physics of the chemical staying in the cookie
The
jar.
gas. Yeah,
there you go. Okay,
What the fuck are we on?
try to be smart.
Acid.
About farts.
Oh yeah. Well, it's interesting. It's something we all experience.
We've all been there.
Right now, there's a wrestler on Seth Meyers' show. Who is this guy? He's got a title on.
Oh God.
I don't know.
Are you gonna call more matches? Because I really like that.
I am gonna do, dude.
Hey,
But I want you to do it different. I want you to take me offline and fucking because we'll go over the editing process. You got to edit first, and then call the match as you're watching it after you edit it. That's what you got to do. Then put it on.
What do you mean by that? Like,
And then kill
No,
yourself.
It's like it's the
Well,
skipping
let me
the
tell
head
you
on.
something, Joe. Let me tell you
Tell you
something.
something, Joe.
edit it how?
Instead
No,
of playing the
it's like- no, in
spots
other
that
words-
are really hard to watch, that are
Yeah, like
really
if-
like
through
boring.
YouTube. What you do is download the whole YouTube video, right, in the highest resolution quality
Yeah.
possible. Then watch the match in your editor, and then like instead of like fucking shifting ahead on YouTube, you can sort of like cut it the way you want, like have it be 20 minutes or
Yeah.
whatever, because that match was like 45 minutes. It's ridiculous.
Oh
yeah,
my
I
God,
couldn't even
yeah,
watch
dude.
the whole thing because it was fucking awful.
It was.
Yeah, I
It
sat
was
here
terrible.
listening to it.
No, I think
Joe made it enjoyable though.
You know what?
But how
I
was
sat
it when
through
you
the
were
whole
sitting
thing.
there
For me.
listening to him do Halloween, nigga? That must have been fucking fun.
I love Halloween. That's my favorite song.
Yeah.
I know. I
It's the
want
only
Joe.
one.
You got to send me a raw copy of that, man. I can't.
I don't think
you
I've
didn't
heard that
even
one.
upload it. I can't.
Oh,
I can't find it
you
anywhere.
didn't hear that one?
That and
I've heard it, but I
love
wanted to go
Condom
listen
Man,
to it.
too.
That one was. I thought
What
I was
was the
gonna
song?
get.
What was that song?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I thought I was gonna get in trouble for that one, but people actually.
That's the that's
Yeah, I
the,
don't know that one. That sounds like a good one.
It's
Condom Man?
Condom Man.
That's like two of my favorite things.
Oh yeah, we fucking. You even opened WrestleMania with that. It was so good.
What was
The
it?
best part of the Condom Man thing was he just left them all in the closet, and his mom like went in there to pick up. And so like we came home and you could tell she picked up. She must have been like, "What the fuck was going on in here?" And she cleaned them
Hey,
up
Mag-
too, which is like
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
Mom,
gross.
these
If I
are,
came
these are from-
across if I came across that, I'd be like, "No, that's on you."
Moms
This
would
is just like
basically put those
Thanksgiving
like
88 all
organized
over.
by type and like size and stuff. That's what moms would actually do. It's like, honey,
I am a
just
mom,
clean-
and I would
clean
never
that
do
stuff
that.
out.
I don't blame you.
I don't know, man. There's
I don't do that.
my
shit.
mom's a former hippie, so I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, what
pretty
if
Oh,
good
your
with
parents
that,
are
but I
hippies?
don't do that.
Shocking.
So,
Shocking,
guys,
Dave, bro.
Yeah, it's shocking the fact that I defend the military so much and I grew up in a practically
Yeah, I know
a
you
communist environment. So yeah, that's
That
shocking,
is,
isn't
you know,
it?
like 'cause you
Tommy.
Yeah, I know. Like your parents, because I know they killed communists and righties down there in South America. Your fucking family. I mean, that's a crazy story. Like, really escaped like a fucking mini Holocaust. Really, like no joke, right?
Basically.
Yeah, that's insane to me, though.
But you know, my support of the military isn't really,
yeah, it's
I
not
guess,
fun.
supported in my family due to their
so there's
biases.
So they didn't. So you're considered like an outsider in your own family with your like political views.
Yeah, like basically, like I was talked out of joining the military by my family.
Oh God. Well, did you tell them like, you know, like, look, we left this horrible situation, and you know, I want to just give back something just a little something, and it's not like Canada's gonna be on the front lines of anything, except in certain situations and only certain soldiers. Did they understand that argument, or? Sure, you made it.
My mother's
people in
is a
chat are
good,
gonna
is
stab.
a great. My mother's a saint. I'll kill anyone that speaks anything badly against her. But I guess she's a good person in the
said
sense
she
that
was great in bed.
I believe
she supports. I guess my father's decisions, and my father's the one who's practically a communist. So he would be the one that would disagree with that sort of thing, and my mother would support him entirely. So I had no chance.
You love your dad. Yeah, I understand.
I love
What did
my
your dad
mother.
say when the wall fell?
Doesn't sound like
I mean, like how does a hardened communist like get around that? You know, like the wall. What was his like?
Put it back. Put it back. Put it back.
Maybe that's what he was thinking.
Jesus.
So what,
Now they're all-
Dave, when you were growing up,
here's the
how come,
thing. South American communism is a lot more different than European communism.
Yeah, I
so
imagine.
there's certain difference.
Well, the results are
differences
pretty
in
much
that.
the same, and
Yeah, you
death
delete all
and-
that.
Well, yeah, look at all the economies of South America. Absolutely, the fucking results are the same.
Yeah, the
it's
results-
disgusting. Absolutely disgusting that people in South America still flirt with the idea that communism can help them out, and they look at the
Well,
results.
guess
of
what? You already have it.
I just feel like this whole thing's gone Pink Floyd. We can't monetize this now.
Absolute favorite band of all time. I've thankfully been able to see them.
No, it's okay as long as it's like less than 10 seconds, right?
Are you kidding? You don't like Pink Floyd? Are you joking?
what?
You're gonna be the only
You
one
a
here. that-
communist?
I think you said the opposite.
No. He's talking about the video. Monetize.
Oh. Less than 7. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I got about. I might have had. I don't know. They might not be able to hear the beginning. The boom, boom.
I think Dave
Swallow
Gilmore-
my commune, Jew. Sorry.
What's that about Dave Gilmore there?
Man, there's a lot of black people in this neighborhood.
I think he's. Well, I know, like he's considered one of the. He wrote probably the greatest solo of all time, but I do still think he's a little underrated as far as like Guitar Player magazine and stuff like that. I do. I think he's a little underrated, and to me, he's my favorite, and the guy influenced me the most. Yeah.
We all love Pink Floyd, so we can all just jerk off right
Who
now.
doesn't like Pink Floyd?
Everybody.
Hey,
loves
Tommy,
them.
were you in Germany when the wall fell in '91?
No, I was in New Jersey watching it. fall.
I'm joking.
Like,
I'm
fucking
joking.
hand on my cock because I couldn't get off. I was like fucking Tony's age, beating off all the time.
I was 11 years old when when they did
Remember it?
that concert.
Drew Bledsoe.
The wall fell actually a little earlier, 90, when I was 10. I absolutely remember when that all happened.
Day the wall fell, I was watching it on the
Hey,
TV.
Tommy actually said some shit about me the other day on one of his shows. Like, oh, I don't think Dave Rose would remember this about the Challenger exploding. I was 6 years old, and you damn right I fucking remember.
Do you remember that?
Exploding.
Jesus.
Space has always been my fucking passion.
Hey, Rose, you
Like,
probably
huge.
didn't remember that, you know.
I don't know. It's a long time. It's fucking 30 years ago, man. I,
Yeah,
mean,
Canadian, they don't sound
I
like
wasn't
they're
being
7 or 8.
insulting when
No,
I
no,
said.
I'm just, I'm drunk.
Yeah, you
I'm-
all-
So you
it
remember?
sounded
it?
like-
when I'm
Little ornery.
when I'm drinking the whiskey, I'm a little more aggressive, but that's perfectly fine. I still love you, buddy. But the bottom line is that
Apologize, bitch. Apologize, Canadian. Do it
I'm
now.
sorry.
Do it now.
You know,
I'm sorry.
you and Joe should do a commentary on a match. It's like, you know, nobody would win. It'd just be you. You'd be like, they both suck. No, Joe.
Yeah. I would like to see you guys just fight each other. I wish that everybody lived near each other, because it'd be great to get Dave over. We all have like a poker. I could see us like, we're going to play poker, then do monetize this, and then go back to playing poker and drinking. And then after that, I think Dave Rose and Tommy would knock each
Circle
other
jerk.
out. No, I think they might get in a fight.
No, I don't think I could never.
Not
lay
in my head, Tommy. You are not in my head.
I really don't believe that, but it would be funny.
I don't think Dave Rose would lay a hand on me. I can't imagine. that.
No, he wouldn't. He'd probably touch your dick. Manny K said, Joe, when you gonna shave? And I don't know, dude. I've never let my face grow this long, and I can't grow facial hair. That's why it's an
That's
experiment.
the funniest part about it, actually.
Yeah,
It's
right.
the
Grows
most
in
embarrassing
patches.
thing ever.
Let's go, bub. I'm Wolverine.
Let's go, bub.
It does. It like kind
Get
of
out of
grows
my
like that.
life.
It's weird.
Get out of my face, bub. Yeah, it's
Eventually, you'll get a nice manly beard going there. So
I don't know about
I
that.
say
No, he
good on
won't.
you.
I don't think I won't. I don't think I will.
All right, so I got a funny story. I
No,
was in
just
bed
these
with my.
patches will get insane.
I'm also growing my hair.
There's a better chance of Leah growing a beard.
I'm just not.
Oh God, I was laying in bed with my wife last night. She got really sick, and I was just talking to her, trying to calm her down and stuff. And then she's such a trooper. She tried to go out tonight again too. But we were talking about Wolverine, and she's talking about her favorite superhero. So it's like, I said, Wolverine's Canadian.
You're right.
And she's like, why is he Canadian? I was like, well, I don't know. I guess that's
from Canada.
And yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like, well, it was more like, why did they make a Canadian superhero? And I was like, I guess to increase the audience. It's kind of cool with Canadians. And she just sits there and she goes, yeah, I guess they needed something.
No wonder she didn't like the Bret Hart impression.
Well, if you guys want, okay, let's. I'm sure Joe can agree with this, but let's go down the nerd hole here. The fact is, 1975 Giant X-Men edition comes out, and that's the one where Wolverine, Storm, fuck, help me out, Joe.
Rogue.
Fuck, Wikipedia's not loading quick enough.
No, you're thinking Gambit.
No.
I'm pretty sure the first appearance.
Colossus. No, 1975 is where they
Internet's
released
frozen.
the international version of the X-Men.
Right.
So you've got a Canadian, you've got a Russian, you've got an African, you've
Yeah.
got a German. Nightcrawler was the German one.
Yeah.
You've got all these different characters.
You got an Asian?
So, yeah, actually, Thunderbolt.
No, Dave, I know you don't want to play poker with us. We talked about this, but you got to, man, because you'll be this angry motherfucker, and it'll be fucking hilarious. Will you play poker with us?
I already told
I know
Tommy
you
if you
don't
can
like
get
yeah.
Italian style poker. It's a 5-card.
Dude, for
draw
one game, I'm
derivative.
sure we can do 5 cards. Yeah.
You can't do it.
How about you be
No,
normal and play Hold'em?
Wait, you can't do that for one game, Tommy? It won't let you?
No, it's like it's not up to me. It's up to what's available. And I have never seen Italian poker available. The new game that's coming in is open face Chinese poker.
Troy, I do play Hold'em, but it's 5, and it's with a certain rule where you diminish the amount of cards available in the deck when you have more.
Oh God, they never have that online, bud, ever.
I know it's unfortunate, but the fact is, this is the most
You
fun
can't
I've
get
ever had
serious
playing
about
poker.
Hold'em? Yeah, but what if we just play regular Hold'em? You can't have fun? It won't be fun for you at all? Or even make you pissed? Nothing?
If you want to have some sort of special thing with me coming in, you know, you need some filler and somebody to beat up on, okay, I'll do it. But the fact is, if you really want me to enjoy myself, I want to play that
I
style.
don't want you to enjoy yourself. I want you to be entertaining.
I don't think I've
I want
ever
you to
met
be
a
like
poker
Glenn
hipster
Knight.
before.
Hey, you know-
it doesn't matter if that's the case. Entertaining, you know,
I want
just
you to
give me a
have
little
fun.
bit of liquor and I'm
I want you to
fucking.
get
You
subs.
sound like a guy I know, SW Wolf, who just can't seem to have any fun with a game.
SW1.
Actually, we played
Like,
Halo.
do you have
and
your own table
rather
when
well.
you go to casinos, or?
No, you can't really find that sort of style here in Canada, and I've tried. I've actually tried to initiate private games.
That's against us.
And I just haven't been able to find people interested in that style. But there are people. I mean, there are. Here's the thing: there are illegal gambling dens, but I would rather not be caught in them because the bottom line is that they're constantly being raided.
Are they really? I thought they were
Yeah.
easier on that.
There's a
Because
place
Daniel
called
Negreanu,
Woodbridge.
Daniel Negreanu, who's Canadian, he says that's how he kind of got his act together, and now he's one of the greatest players of all time. He's
Our
those
Woodbridge
underground Canadian
area
dens.
is basically full of Italians, and that's where they're running all these illegal gambling
Yeah.
dens. The actual straightaway racing
That
straightaways.
Montreal La Cosa Nostra, they're like a throwback. Those guys are brutal. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, it's big time. But the
Yeah, I know
Mafia's
they're-
big here in Toronto too. But like in these areas, that's where they do that. So you've got the gambling rings, you've got know
Really?
places where you can go do this. But the bottom line is, I'd rather not be caught
that's
there. I
impact.
prefer to play with friends, but in the comfort of my house or
You know,
somebody else's house.
America and Canada would serve themselves if they just did the way things they did over here and just scrap that shit, legalize it. I mean, and you don't have the mob problems. You don't have nothing.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
people are
here's
gonna
the thing,
piss
none
their
of
way
our-
their money either way.
Have a even better gang that's profiting from this. It's called the government because they're the ones
Yeah.
that are basically running these casinos. You have any casino in Canada is run either by the government or by the government and
Or by
some
horse.
sort of native band, some sort of native
I
tribe.
bet. Let me guess. The native ones are the better casinos.
I don't know.
And I'm here
Who
right
are the
now to be the
native
first
ones? Have the
man
lower
to
rake.
declare.
Yes,
Yeah,
declare
that's okay.
and
So
declare.
you go there.
Hey, look, we killed half of them. The least we can do is give the Indians the casinos and
I
shut up
fucking
about
agree.
it.
I fucking agree. But every time I go to one of those casinos, they're like, "Yeah, I'm an Indian from Brooklyn. Chief runs with
Yeah.
spaghetti."
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
the
but
real
I
ones.
think my great grandfather fucked an Indian. So
Meanwhile, meanwhile, the real ones are fucking starving in like Idaho or whatever.
That's impact.
Exactly, but then the Chiefs are the ones running around in Escalades or fucking Mercedes Benz and shit.
Look
And
out!
they're living big while their fucking people are dying.
Yeah,
and you see that
yeah.
here in Canada and the
If you
States, and it's disgusting.
in
I
Winnipeg.
don't care that
If you didn't make enough noise, man, you didn't get a piece of the pie. How about
I
that?
don't even care if those people aren't
And
Indians.
I'm here right now to be the first man to declare.
yeah, those people, they're not even Cherokee.
Yeah, I don't
here
even care. I
to
think
glaze
Emily-
your.
They're not even a Jeep Cherokee.
Do you know I live next to? I'm
can
thinking
drive
about
a Jeep.
in a 3-block radius. I live less, and maybe it might be one more than 5 bookmakers, five booking places just in the 3-block radius that I'm in now. And you know what? We don't have the fucking organized crime problem over here. That's how you say you get rid of organized crime. You make the fucking underworld.
When I
You
hear you talking
drag
about like
the underworld out to the top. It solves the fucking problem.
when I hear you talking about bookies and shit, I gotta ask you, do you use words like "is he making a move" very often?
Are you mad? I gotta ask you. Are you mad at me for that? I got the sense that you were disappointed in me that I took it that way.
Oh my God, no! I think that was one of the greatest things. That
Yeah, I
ever
know it
fucking
was funny and everything, but did I hurt
So
your
now I was
feelings?
disappointed in
Because
you.
now I look back at it now and I think, boy, like, Jesse must think
A
think I
scumbag.
think very little of him. And
Well, the
that-
thing
that's
is,
not
with
the
that,
case.
if I told you something about Joe, you'd probably
Yeah.
believe me. I don't know. I'm not sure about that, but both
Yeah.
Joe and I, you trust us both, so it's like, why would we lie about it?
fuck.
You know,
Yeah, that's true. I do place a lot of. That's why it was so funny because I didn't see it coming. But you were also acting fluky that week, and I know you told me you were in a lot of pain. So
trying
like,
to say, Tommy.
what I was trying to say is like I could sort of see something like my imagination started wandering. Like, well, maybe he's just not thinking straight because You know, he didn't smoke enough weed that day. I don't fucking know. I was like, it just seems so insane. So this was is this like a kind of a move for money? You know.
I just talked to Scapelli. Said he's making a move.
Making a move for money? What do you want from me? I don't know.
Move? What
do you want from me?
You pay your fucking bills as it is, Cronin.
Let's just.
It was a great joke, though.
Oh,
I was
God.
telling
that whole
Tony.
thing was great.
He was
Oh
like,
my God.
listen
I
to
was
this.
Tony on Xbox. I was like, I'm
I
really
don't know,
proud of
man.
that.
Oh, here
the
it
way
is.
it worked out. But I just hate the way how stupid it made me look.
Oh,
you know?
I got it. Yeah, so he was like, so he's
making a move?
I don't know. He's yeah, so he was like, so
he's making a move?
I don't know. He goes, you know, I didn't want to have to do this, and I.
God, are you kidding me?
You weren't even that
But I just,
convincing, Joe. When I listened to it, you kind of rushed it even.
Yeah,
but
I did.
What it was fun.
I couldn't anyway.
No, but you didn't know the setup. The
just
setup was like, Tommy, get on Skype. I got to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like, never.
See, that's what I've missed. Okay.
Yeah.
Never does that.
And I
Like,
just
get on
never-
Skype. Got to talk to you.
Right.
We got to work something. I was like, oh,
And
that
he's like
never-
almost gonna piss his pants with like, this is gonna be great.
Yeah, this is how it starts. Wait, how does it go? This is fucking funny. Oh, I love this. This is. I knew I could because I never did anything like this. No, he's not. He's not on the phone now. No.
That part I love. So is he there? Is he there right now? You know, like that.
Yeah, so-
on.
shit about you.
Yeah,
was
right. Like, so
he's making a move.
I don't know. He goes. You know, I didn't want to have to do this, and he just goes. He goes, and and if you can't, then I just figured you probably couldn't anyway, and I just walk away, and I got to figure something out. But I just, you know, he's like, you know, at least, you know, like $100 a week would be.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me? You can afford that. You can barely pay your fucking bills as it is. Anybody tell?
And he keeps trying to talk. That's the funny thing.
You could have
Doesn't
probably
get
me
it.
along. That's the
Oh,
embarrassing
God.
part.
That's the best part. I'm fucking with you. Oh God.
Oh really?
I'm fucking with you.
Oh God.
Oh God! Thank God.
Like you just had an orgasm of relief. Like, you know, at least, you know,
Andy,
like $100
he's
a
into
week.
Cronin big time. This guy.
But you were laughing for forever, and he's still
Oh
couldn't
my
get it.
God! Are you kidding
I
me?
couldn't
You
deal
can
with it.
afford that. You can barely pay your fucking bills as it
I mean,
is.
is he making the move? Is he going for extortion? What is this?
Usually I get this shit on Cronin's show. Everybody's making fun of me when I'm not there. Now I get this in my face. That's nice.
Yeah.
I usually have to wake up and listen to it.
Just turned 19 today.
Okay.
Do you remember this?
So you're old enough for the lovemaking. So, what was your first WWE experience? WWF experience, if it goes back that far.
Oh, this is so good.
Well, my first WWF experience was I was just flipping through channels, and I happened to catch an episode of, I believe it was Monday Night Raw, and I was watching
I believe it was the show everyone watches.
CM Punk wrestle.
He goes on such a tangent.
I think it was a match between him and Randy Orton or something, and it was like that was like real long time ago. But I liked it, you know.
That was like 8 years ago. 7 years ago.
That wasn't that long ago.
Really getting
6 years ago, maybe.
into the action because, you know, I'm autistic. So, you know, autistic people seeing things like that, they jump and they get all excited and the adrenaline starts running, and before you know it,
You kill somebody.
Look, a squirrel.
Yeah. But that was my...
You know, I just gotta ask something real quick. I don't know anything about autism, but my ex-girlfriend in high school, she actually she does this for a career now. She's in her mid-30s now, and she trains kids with autism, and she did like an apprenticeship.
Trains?
Well, I don't know. She's like a fucking teacher.
She
for
takes their
Christ's
money.
sake.
Okay.
She had to get a master's degree to do this, you know, and at Penn State. And she had an apprenticeship once she got introduced to it by this autistic boy in school that they're holding this an apprenticeship for an autistic boy that lived next to the school, and she would go in there and learn about this, and she made it a career. But the thing was, like, I hear this so often now with autistic people. This kid couldn't fucking talk. He walked into walls, and he was like autistic. Like, yeah, I could see it. And there was no communicating. It was almost like his body was over here, but the rest of him was like another dimension.
Tommy and
now,
faced in his day.
everybody's fucking autistic that seems to be reasonably functional, but
Well,
just
that's
a
why
little
they
strange.
call it a spectrum.
They call it a
Yeah.
spectrum.
So
where
like,
it's-
when did that change? I'm asking questions. I'm not making
isn't
statements.
it 1 out of 3 kids now or something?
Yeah. See,
I
that's
don't
what
know.
I mean.
Like I have a hard time.
I'm autistic.
When did it change? When people started
definitely.
stopped fucking disciplining their kids and saying, "Here's an idea: stop fucking playing video games and get outside and start fucking being active."
No, you're autistic. Stick to the video game.
Well, it's like they include more kids in it too because it's like they'll take any little social dysfunction and be like, "Oh, autistic."
And then the,
Oh,
par-
you're
and then,
fidgety.
and then the parents
You're
run with
fidgety.
it.
Here's some
Leah?
drugs.
Yeah.
Are
Well,
you buying that, Leah? Because I mean, I gotta look. I don't know. I ain't a doctor, but I gotta be honest with you. It smells like bullshit.
Here-
but I don't.
here's-
If I was a father, I
mean-
would
I don't
fucking
care.
kill these people for fucking trying to
Listen.
prescribe drugs arbitrarily,
Oh, yeah.
saying, "Oh, your
Never-
kid's autistic." With what?
Well,
with
most
what
autistic
fucking
kids-
analysis?
Forget the drugs,
I don't
though.
think they're
Forget
on
the
a lot
drugs.
of-
It's the parents who run with it that drives
No,
me crazy.
It's more about teaching them how to cope and
But
to deal with
That doesn't bother. All that stuff doesn't bother me. The problem that bothers me is when there's someone who's not really that bad off, but the parents are like, "Oh my God, he's autistic," and then they like go crazy with it, and they like write a book about their kid having some, and it's not even they're not even that far off from anybody else.
I mean, I've met kids that I guess would be what you would say like on the opposite ends of the spectrum. Like one kid where you're like, that kid's autistic. He doesn't seem autistic like at all. You're like,
and then
question
he eats
but
a
then,
fucking pencil, and you're
but
like,
then
oh.
like no, I met another kid that was it made more sense. It's like yeah, there's something going on with whether it's autism or whatever. But no, like now they throw like any little thing like
in the autism thing. That's the kind of what I'm saying.
yeah,
I'm not,
and that
I'm
like
not,
I mean, if
I'm not
they-
buying it. I'm not
yeah,
buying
it's
it.
like
Yeah.
when you've
Well, it's
got
like ADD.
when you've got the kids too, like that don't smile, don't laugh.
That's
like,
what
they
this
have
kid
no
that I
s-
saw growing up was.
Yeah,
he never
see-
smiled. He had no emotions. He was in I don't know another dimension. He was in that stupid show Andy watches, Stargate SG-12, and we were in
that part
New
of their
Jersey.
brain is
You guys don't know what you're talking about. All you need is drugs to improve the solution here.
It's like
Yeah, you know what, it
made
made me
too,
a little
the parents freak out over everything. Like there was like this one person that's talking about like, oh, their 2-year-old, they were on the beach and the kids were like walking away. And the kid's autistic, and she's like, oh, and I had to pick him up, and I had to bring him back to the towel, and he was flipping out, and I wonder if everyone around me was wondering how bad of a mother I am, and or
Yes.
whatever,
Yes, we
and
are.
like all this stuff, and it's like, he's 2.
Yeah.
Any 2-year-old would do that. That's what
You're right.
they're like. No, I want to go this way, and you're taking me this way. No, fuck you. I'm gonna scream and cry. It has
Especially
nothing to do with autism. Like that's
No.
just how kids are.
You know, I had a psychology teacher. It was my senior year of high school, Mr. Dieterman. He was fucking brilliant, goddamn guy, and he warned us of the dangers of misdiagnostic, not just in the medical field, but in the psychological field. And at the time, the thing was Ritalin and certain types of learning disabilities. That was the fad when I was a kid. And he gave an example as they had this child, right? And he, every kid, I guess in the 60s, took an IQ test, and this kid's was pretty low. Okay.
Somebody making popcorn.
Yeah, somebody's eating chips. Like who's doing that?
Yeah, that wasn't me. Not for a change. This kid was really low. So the parents, what they did is they took the recommendation of the school that gave the test. They didn't ask for another one. They put this kid in schools with other retarded children. And
I like how nobody's fucking.
I'm trying to because I'm serious about this. I'm serious because it goes into what Leah's saying. This is serious. So this kid goes through his life.
This is like the least offensive thing that's happened.
That's I guess you're right. All right, so he grows up with these other fucking retards, and they're like his peer group and what have you. And then he gets to a point where he's about 14, where he has to go to a work school so he can learn to function by himself. And he can't get in. You know why? Because you have to take an IQ test, and his IQ was about normal. And your IQ has to be low enough to get into this school. And this poor kid was functionally retarded because he was raised around other retarded people. He never was. It turned out the kid just had a speech impediment, and the school misdiagnosed him, and the parents dropped the ball by saying, my kid's not retarded, do it again. And I wonder about this shit. And it's just like, it was a fucking horror story. Can you imagine that happened to your kid or anybody else's kid for that matter?
Yeah, and
I
they
wonder
push
about that.
and they push early intervention on everybody. Like
Yeah.
they're like the earlier the better, the early, and
The
it's
earlier
like
better. Wait,
it's
what do you
like-
mean by that? I mean, like, what? The earlier the better. Okay, based on what? You know, I mean,
Yeah, like I have another friend who has a kid that's supposed to be autistic, and it's like, like a year ago, because they'd put him into all these therapies, and then a year ago they were like, well, I guess we should reevaluate him, and you know, because the kid started like talking more, and it was like maybe he was just a little slow on talking.
Or maybe
like,
the
'cause
intervention
then-
worked, Leah.
Well, the intervention's supposed to happen forever,
Well,
basically. So it's not a
I don't believe
fix
that.
because there's no cure for autism.
You guys, I think this relates to wrestling because I know a wrestler who has autism.
And to declare.
I've been
But
waiting.
yeah, it's like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like they're like more and more kids have
you're
autism
suspicious
now,
and
and it's like,
skeptical, and so am I.
huh?
I'm skeptical. You know, of this.
I mean, definitely, I think there is autism, and I definitely think some
course.
kids have it. But the range of kids that there's, because then they also you how often do you
Just
hear
adjust the
doctors?
spectrum. Adjust the spectrum. Anybody outside the
Well,
fucking
they are.
yellow
They're making
circle.
it wider.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anybody outside the fucking red dot, I mean, we don't have to pay as much attention to, you know?
Everybody's a fucking retard.
Yeah.
But how often
Yeah,
do
if
they
Tommy's
say too,
walking
like,
into the wall and eating fucking hand soap, you know, we might want to fix it.
Yes, that's
yeah, but like how often do they say too, like, oh, kids develop at their own pace and everything, and then they like push that on you too over and over again. But then when your kid doesn't talk, you know, like and meet this milestone, that they're like, oh, something's wrong.
Yeah, he said, did you have this when I was a kid? Because like my father took me aside and he says, look, your kids are going to develop. All the kids that were born at the same time, your kids, you're going to see these guys in the army, and they're all going to walk and talk and do things at different times. Tommy, one thing I want you, I don't want you to fucking panic. I don't want you to panic. Don't freak out. And I took my dad like totally literally. I don't freak out. So we, my daughter was not crawling on time. She was like a month or two late, and I bring the baby call. It's like, well, she just it hasn't connected yet. The whole crawling thing, and my father takes a look at her and gives, tries to get her to position to crawl. She doesn't do it. She just kind of rolls and laughs and what have you. And then within like a week, my father's like, you better get that kid fucking crawling. And I'm like, what? Did you tell me to fucking stay away from people like you? You know?
Yeah,
And of course,
crawling. I don't know what to do.
of course, she skipped crawling, went right to walking, which
Yeah,
apparently
a lot
I did
of-
the same thing. So it's
She
genetic.
went straight from
you know?
crawling
she's a
to being
prodigy.
hell on wheels.
Yeah, and then we don't have any major issues
she's a
besides
prodigy.
maybe the ones that I had when I was a kid. And the good news.
When
is,
did
you know,
those can those things develop after like when do you like stop worrying, you know what I mean?
You know what you do? You don't worry at fucking all, and you take it as it comes. And
Well, no,
those
I
people-
get that, but like
that's
if
what
it's
he's
gonna,
talking about. Like you get this fucking pressure, and then you get this pressure from family or outside sources or peer pressure or the kid next door pressure, and you listen to fucking non-doctors that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and you're gonna fuck up that kid even more.
Well, when I go, you know what the other thing, like when I take the kids to the pediatrician, when I'm sitting in the waiting room, they literally hand you this piece of paper that you're supposed to check off. My kid does this. My kid doesn't do this. It's like this list. Like, is your kid doing this? Is your kid like? And it's literally, I'm looking at this. Like, this is just an autism checklist. This is all this is.
No, I hate those things.
My brother's 2 years younger than me, and he didn't actually even start to even speak until he was about 3-4 years old. Like he didn't even talk at all.
Einstein.
And then he just started talking and stuff. So again,
Did he grow up to be a retard?
No, he's not a retard. I mean, he's a retard compared to me because I'm fucking a genius, but that's a different story altogether.
But in other words, did he grow up okay?
Well,
Is he all right?
Yeah, no, he's definitely
Has he
more
ever
okay
played
than
the
I am.
bullet?
Let's be honest, he's more okay than I am.
Okay. Well, there you go.
He doesn't take.
He's got a good heart in him.
He just doesn't take the chances that you do. That's what I think.
Brass rings, baby, for everybody.
That's what I think. Hey, Tony. Good night, Tony Barrasso. Have a good night. Enjoy the festivities of 2015. I don't know what that was.
Usurpation's the only festivities. Yeah,
Matt. He's got Windows Paint open on Leah.
Well, like a lot of this shit even sounds like fucking
No cell.
bipolar. Jesus Christ.
A lot of it's just kids being kids.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
hold on.
and that's
I'm sure
another
that
Well, no, I'm
And
talking
people-
about
and, like,
like
I feel like
actual autism.
We're
like,
all of us are basically in the same sort of age group that I'm sure that when we were basically what 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, that we were basically pushed out of the house and said, stay outside, have fun, do your thing, and we'll see you at lunch or dinner or whatever. We spent the whole day outside doing our thing. And unfortunately, nowadays, parents are so protective of their kids, they don't even want them being outside. Granted, you've got a lot of sick fucks out there, so...
Yeah, like the guy in Brockton right now who's cutting people up and burying them in the woods right around the corner from us.
But I mean, back in our day, at least, we didn't end up being bad, for the fact that we were out all day and able to just enjoy being outside and doing physical activity.
Outdoors. My mom used to lock the door. Like,
You
come
guys-
back
Really?
lunch.
I
You
love
guys live in the
outside.
city, though. It's a little different.
We'd go along the creeks and stuff. We'd oh man, we'd
Put
discover all
firecrackers
these
up a
things.
bullfrog's
See, that
ass.
might
It was
have been
great.
fun, like if we had woods and stuff. But all we had was we had nothing because I grew up in the city. It was like I was lucky to actually have somewhat of a backyard, but she just locked me and my brother out with the dog. It's like, don't go in the street and don't talk to strangers. See you at lunch.
Don't step in this shit.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, my daughter's kids are growing up in the countryside. She's got to come over here every 2 weeks, and I'm like, don't watch what you're doing, because she's like prancing around, like she's fucking outside, and there's, no car can run her down, and we got to kind of adjust her, because you can't do that over here. Kids do get kidnapped on these streets by we've had 3 in the last 7 months.
I used to take the kids to
What
the park, but now there's needles down there. So.
Oh. Well, it sounds like
Tommy,
Quinn's really fun.
Germany is basically where they sort of did the whole thing of the what was that?
Holocaust.
No,
Yeah, they did that.
no. What's that movie with
Just
Liam
once.
Neeson?
Poor good thing Andy's asleep.
Schindler's List.
No. Come on, guys. You know what I'm talking about.
All right, wait, say it. Spit it out. I'll tell
Where
you.
he's the former spy and stuff, and he goes and he
Taken?
saves. Yes, thank you.
AKA Schindler's List 2.
My family.
Well, that goes down in Germany, and I mean, Tommy, you
All right,
are
well,
there,
look, first
so
of all, it doesn't go down the way it did in that stupid fucking movie. Most of the time, they go into poor
Oh,
countries
stop there in
Romania.
France.
Yeah, they're in France.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it was dumb.
Oh, was it France?
What they do
Yeah.
is they
The movie,
first of all, here's the thing. That's one of the reasons they made prostitution legal, because in Germany, because it cuts down on a lot of human trafficking. Because if you're a Romanian girl, you can and you want to get into this business for whatever fucking reason, you can
The
come
sex
here,
business?
get tested, and you really just have to pay for the rent of the place you're staying at, and then you take the that's your overhead, and then you take the rest of the money in, and that really cuts down on a lot of the human trafficking and stuff like that. But most of the women are fucking Eastern European.
so
and
prostitution
they're
is
poor.
legal there in Germany.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Really?
Want to
Oh,
see
yeah.
my schwanz?
Oh yeah, and I got to be honest with you, it's something
That
I got
go
mixed
take
feelings
advantage of
about
every
it.
Friday.
Watch the first monetize this, you bastard.
Yeah, you got mixed feelings about, but bottom line is it works.
I remember you
Yeah.
and Chris had a really good discussion about that, about Vegas and Germany and similar prostitution things.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause me and Chris has similar views. I'm pretty liberal. when
You
it comes
both
to
like
stuff like that.
prostitutes?
Yeah, they're great. Great.
Yeah, over there they do it. They do like busking on the subway with it.
Yeah. Well, they're not allowed to go in the
Oh.
street. I mean, that's another thing is you don't get these whores fucking aggravating you in the street. I mean,
Would
it's,
you like
it's
a
kind of
beer with
relegated.
this fornication?
Yeah. No, they're not. None of them are. These girls aren't German.
Every girl at high school that me and Chris
They're
went
all
to
Asian.
was a whore.
They're everywhere from the third world.
We've got a lot of Romanians here in Canada as well working.
Yeah,
in the,
they put microchips in them, right?
If Daniel Negreanu,
You drinking? I haven't made you a drink in like 10 hours.
my favorite fucking Canadian,
Huh?
Daniel Negreanu. No, he's not.
Speaking of drinking, I'm drinking mead right now.
Oh, mead.
Actual mead. It's called Mead Braggot,
Hmm.
which is funny because that's 2 letters off faggot. And
What's
it's
with you and faggot tonight, you fucking
8.5%.
homophobe?
Yeah,
What are you saying?
What did you do in faggot tonight, you big homophobe?
I'm just using that word because the
Yeah.
fact is that word means a bundle
You know,
of sticks
I'm
to
gonna
be
burn
burned.
that damn.
Well,
bag.
how do you think?
And
a
just
faggot
like I
take
said
it?
on my
Tell
show
a
the
faggot
other
that.
night, gay and queer
Yeah.
I'm taking those words back for all us straight people. Gay means happy. Queer means weird. Fuck all you gay people that
But
want
it's
to
okay
take
to
those
say
words.
queer now. Queer's okay. Queer's okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't
There's
matter. I'm taking those words back.
You know,
So
there's more
back
than one,
back to what I was saying. I'm drinking mead, and this is 8.5% alcohol
Yes.
in a bottle. This is actually
Well, that
made
explains
from
the political
honey.
stance.
So what is that? About 92.5% fag?
Isn't all mead made from honey?
Jesse. I'm waiting for the fucking chat to explode on that
Oh
one.
my
I'm
God.
watching it fucking take 30 seconds.
No, I could say just about anything.
It came to me while I was fucking, sitting there.
Crazy German water park. Tommy, you know about this?
What the fuck?
It's a video on YouTube.
I'm moving to Germany.
Listen to this guy. He's going on a road trip to the water park.
Enormous.
Bigger than I thought.
I want to go.
That's a gigantic indoor water park.
These guys are going to this gigantic indoor water park in Germany. Oh my god, it's real. It's like Biodome, dude. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Oh,
das ist groß!
My
Dude,
Führer!
This is unbelievable, dude. This water park looks crazy. These German guys are in good shape.
I like German hip hop. Isn't that a fucking dirty little secret I have?
I don't know how they must be like.
That's how Tommy communicates with the rest of those right-wing
Nicht der Schleim,
extremists there in Germany.
Oh god, he could actually kind of do it. Imitate
You almost
it.
sound like Michael Park.
I don't know what I just did, but it's what I pictured German rap to sound like.
The Joe Cronin Show.
Hashtag fuck.
Drei,
Everybody
guy.
knows. Everybody fuck with Joe Cronin show.
Hey, anyway, they're talking about the prostitution in the chat. You can meet up with me here in Wiesbaden. I will take you to the whorehouse because I like going because it's a show.
To the warehouse.
I'm not taking him to any warehouse. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, take me to the
Go
warehouse.
in there.
Tommy.
You can walk in. It's kind of a sight.
Well, what's that, Tommy? You got the keys?
Should there be no doubt that Leah is creeped out with Tommy C?
Yeah, she thinks I'm oversexed.
Hey, no, there's nothing wrong with going to whorehouse.
Yeah, she thinks that he's sitting on a bench like in the German center, like.
I remember that. It's,
you know,
Just some of the things he said, the way that he
Like,
said them, it was kind of like.
I'm just picturing you in a park somewhere.
Masturbating.
I have very, I don't know, like.
No, I was watching that episode the other day. You're like,
sexual attitude.
I'm oversexed and Andy loves me for it. Let me tell
Did you
something.
feel uncomfortable when he visited your house there, Leah?
I live with Dan. Nothing makes me uncomfortable at this point.
I think you were waiting for me to be weirder than I was.
Did you have your bear mace ready to spray him in the face?
Bear mace.
Somebody
He looked a little nervous, to be honest with you. for like the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, especially when you're talking in the kitchen.
But Andy
they looked
was
a
in
little
it,
Oh,
nervous.
that's just like that's.
Yeah.
That's
She
It's
looks
normal.
like that.
It's totally
Yeah.
normal.
No, she just
Yeah,
looks like
you didn't
that.
know who the fuck we were. It's
No, I mean
different
she
and-
just looks like that.
Yeah, that's just my face.
Yeah,
So it's like.
dead serious.
No,
I
I'm
got like a
uncomfortable around
permanent bitch
yeah.
face too. I've got one of those faces.
You're familiar
I'm-
with that
I'm-
expression? I'm surprised.
Which one? Oh, never mind. I got you.
Bitch face. I'm surprised you're familiar with that expression.
No, I get it. I get it though. I mean, I could be with my best friend. They can tell me that hey, these are their best friends, and I'll still be uncomfortable around them for the first
Yeah,
time.
I'm very socially
Yeah.
awkward. Dan makes fun of me for it when I try to like be social, like with like I don't know cashiers or something. I'm just like haha, and then like he like laughs at me as we walk away, like you're so awkward, ha ha ha. Like, thanks.
You son of a bitch, Dan.
I know he makes it so much worse.
I'll hold you down tonight. You are not my wife. Someone reminded me of that. I don't know where I posted that. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I don't know where I posted
You got to
it.
send me a raw copy of Halloween, nigga. Damn it.
Did I put that on YouTube though, or did I put
No,
that on Facebook?
no, you didn't.
Where did that go then?
I can't believe you never. You got to play it for Troy.
What?
I've
That's
got that
No,
bookmark.
I mean Halloween nigger. I meant that other song, that weird.
You really put the ER on there, boy. Goddamn.
Yeah, you fucking you racist pig. Where's Troy?
Broke my knee and my manhood.
Is Troy even here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh shit! How the hell have you
So
survived?
I thought you and Tommy were gonna like behead each other.
Oh, that would he fucking attacked me. What do you want me to do?
Troy's not. He's full of shit. He's only got words on Facebook.
I'll whip your ass at Fantasy
Oh,
Draft.
this is great.
I'm already doing that.
I say trick, then whip out my dick, snatch the candy up and run away real quick. Dump the whole fucking bowl into the trunk of my Honda Accord. I can't afford to eat, so this is trick or treat. I'm shocking everyone with my meat, stealing enough candy for a whole fucking year. I might knock 'em out, then raid the fridge for beer. Niggas gotta drink too, jump out of bushes all scary like boo. Give me a candy, you underage fuck. If you scream or run, you shit out of luck, cause I brought my gun. So cough up them Reese's and spit out your gum. I'll take that too. I'm out like boo. I'm a nigga with a mask. Kiss my ass, it's Halloween, and I'm robbing your stash. What you gonna do about that? You ain't gonna do nothing. You know why? Because it's Halloween, nigga. It's Halloween, nigga. It's Halloween, Uncle fucking weed, nigga. It's Halloween, nigga. It's Halloween, nigga. It's Halloween, Uncle fucking weed, nigga. It's Halloween, nigga. It's Halloween, nigga. It's Halloween, Uncle fucking weed, nigga. It's Halloween, nigga. It's Halloween, nigga. It's Halloween, Uncle fucking weed, nigga. It's Halloween. You know what I mean? It's Halloween. It's Halloween, nigga. It's Halloween, nigga. It's Halloween, Uncle fucking weed, nigga. It's Halloween, nigga. It's Halloween, nigga. It's Halloween, Uncle fucking weed, nigga. It's Halloween.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Like,
I
for
mean,
real?
Andy
Like,
even said that's your like best stuff.
That happened.
No, the only thing, like, I need to fucking get the beat down, but I would only make the verse better, and the rest of that shit.
He's telling you how to make it better.
No, just the verse, just the verse. The rest of it is fucking.
I'll tell you
Not
why.
what the verse.
I can tell you why the verse isn't that good. It's because I made that all up right off. Just made it up.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
I
I
did
know.
It.
If you took 5 minutes, you could have made. I mean, the
No,
other stuff is absolutely.
Well, the
gold.
point is,
I don't know how you were able
it's
to do
supposed
that.
to be a white guy yelling the N word, and that's what kind of makes it like shocking. And
I think that's
but
what
so
it
there
is.
has to be, like,
Yeah,
bad-
yeah, but for me, it I don't know. Like, all right, if he, like, I don't know, it's got.
If it was better, it might even be considered racist. The fact that it sucks in certain
That's
parts.
what I'm saying. Yeah, it could be considered racist, but if you make it good and you make it smart, nobody can say shit.
By screwing it up. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm gonna kill myself now. How about that?
No, I absolutely love it, and you're gonna send it to me because I'm putting it in my iPod.
No, what happened was I made I basically came up with the Halloween nigga thing is what made me laugh. I thought of it and it made me laugh, and so I was like, I'm just gonna do that. But then I was
It's like the Tommy joke thing.
let me do the chorus too, and let me do the verse. And and Leah was people were like asleep and stuff. So I just did this verse real quick, and in one take I got it. I rhymed it enough. I was like, oh shit, I'm not going to even write that. So I just went off. So there was no writing involved in that one, which is what you said. So I write the Halloween nigga thing, and I think that's funny. That's the clever thing. So yeah, if I had taken time to write the verse better, it would have been more complete. You're right. Especially the second verse, because the second verse is really just kind of like, where are we going here? But just get to the Halloween nigga part again. That's what you're waiting for.
No, exactly. From that point, it's like fucking perfect. It's absolutely like I love it.
I give it a.
You know how I am. That's fucking. I'm always.
I give it 7 out of 9 stars.
It was
You guys
supposed
are the performers. I'm the guy who's in the back. I
It
don't
was
know why.
supposed to be cheesy, and then like that's,
funnier than
and then it's funny that it goes into that chorus. That's what it kind of was supposed to be, like cheesy and then chorus. And someone actually writes "so corny" in the comments, and I was like, "That he got it. He kind of got it there." This other girl writes, "I typed in Halloween nigga. I didn't expect this."
I bet.
Why? Why
Jesse
in the
had
world?
a good point. It'd be
Why
great
was
to
that
have,
girl
a
typing
bunch
in?
of different songs that you've put together all on one disc released?
What? I might do that. It's a good.
When
idea.
the fuck did I say that?
But explain to me why why was this chick searching Halloween nigger? That's what I wanted to know. Oh wait, I commented and said that to her, and she said, "Nice. When I'm bored, I get drunk and make videos." Oh no, that's what I wrote.
It's like,
what did she write?
I remember you saying that
I
on a
think,
previous episode, asking,
yeah.
I'm pretty
this
sure
person
Halloween
saying-
nigger is the opposite of the slutty pumpkin.
Slutty pumpkin.
It's the racist pumpkin.
Yeah, she's
that's bad.
gooey in the seeds.
It's Halloween. I find racism hysterical.
The best is how it
Oh,
ends.
the best thing is when you were playing Ferguson stuff and in the background. It's Halloween, nigga.
Oh
It's
god.
Halloween.
Oh yeah, that was actually funny. It sounds terrible talking about it, but this is the best thing about it.
The beat you have on there is just ridiculous.
The beat.
Oh god, you wrote that too.
No, the ending though. This is perfect. This is how it ends. Nigga.
See what I mean, dude? Except for the verse, the rest of it, you charge a fucking $1 for that shit.
Nigga.
The
It's
beat
like Al
sounds
Yankovic.
Like it's from like
you
some
know.
weird '90s movie or something.
Yeah, it's like
Boys
yeah,
in the
it's
Hood
like it would be
again.
the theme. who was that stupid movie that took place in Salem? Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be like the theme for like that one rap guy. There was like the metal guy and the rap guy, and that's the song that we play in the background of Hocus Pocus. You know?
No, that'd be if like they get chased into Chelsea or something.
Yeah. Fuck. This is fucking crap.
Yeah, the whole police part. The second
Fucking
verse.
Bette
is-
Midler gets shanked.
I like the police part. I thought it was funny. All I want to do is sing.
I want to play that like on loudspeakers at on Halloween night and drive around in a car.
See, that's the interesting thing, Joe. Like, you fucking can create that shit out of thin air, whereas with me, I have to hear something, like I heard that, and then I can help make it even more magical, but I don't have that gift you have of like, you just heard it in your head, and you're like, oh, that'd be fucking funny. Oh, that'd be great. Let me do that.
You know why?
So
I
that's
think
why
why.
I'm always
You
trying to
can do
say,
it
like,
too.
it's a collaborative thing. It's really cool.
You know why? Because somebody in your family didn't put a fucking guitar in your hands as soon as you could pick one up. That's you gotta like surround kids with like tools of creation to make them create. You know, and I think you have it in you. It's just like you probably didn't like. Hey, let's face it. You know, if your parents know a lot about baseball, you know, and they know like all these things about you're probably gonna be better than the average kid, even if you don't have the talent. You know, so you need. I think that's the problem with you. You're creative. It's just like, you know, you didn't have the environment around you.
Well, it's not that. You're talking about it as if it still can't happen. That's not.
I'm not saying
it's a collaborative thing.
You
It's
just
more
said that you couldn't do it. I think you could. I just think you didn't
Oh no,
have the opportunity.
no! I know how my genius works, and if there is
Your
any
genius.
no! It needs some. Dude, here's how I
hate
am.
that
Just
word, but
forget it,
yeah.
dude. Here's how I am, just in life. I draw inspiration.
Yeah.
From
You're
all of
funny as
you,
fuck. I
I
think
get
you're the funniest
inspiration.
guy.
With broad strokes.
By myself though, I just decay. With everyone around, with
I
people.
think you're funny as fuck, man.
Yeah, but that's because of people.
You're my proudest creation. I mean, no, even though I didn't create.
I
you.
want what he's smoking.
What? He's got the better stuff than you. I can't talk about that, can I? I don't want to get you in trouble.
I'm smoking self-deception and anarchy and chaos.
Hey Troy, I'll kill you.
You get legal weed, right, Jess? You
Yeah.
get legal weed. Okay.
I should go get some too.
I steal it, but it's legal around here.
Just fucking save
That's
a learning stability. They'll hand it to you, apparently. Somebody told me that in Boston.
Come to Canada. We don't care about that sort of shit.
You know, if you get that bear stoned, we won't mess with you so bad. Don't.
We have this Turk that lives in
We
the
use
street.
bears to protect our crop.
We have this Turk that lives in the street, and he wears his suit, and he walks up and down the street and smokes a joint, right? And it's a really stinky one too. And he just holds it behind his back, but he doesn't cup it like nobody sees it. It's pretty funny.
You know, I don't
Do
think
you
I-
see? Do you smell the skunk?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, he just walks around, smiles.
Do you
sm-
smell
walking
my
up and down the street
pussy,
smoking weed.
Batman? Use my balls for your face. I imagine
My
your dick
ball
to be
sweat smells
bigger.
like marijuana.
Come over here. Sit on my bat dick.
Of course, you'd tell me to sit on your dick, you faggot.
I don't know where I'm going with that. But you know what I don't like? The wrestlers coming out of character on Twitter. Rollins tweeting, what a great way to close the year, blah, blah, blah. Thank you, Edge. And then Edge writes, there's the torch kid. Don't let it go out. At Rollins.
Don't fuck
Oh
it up.
no,
He
the
tried to
fourth
kill
wall,
him!
It's crumbling.
This was like an hour before this. He was like, I'm going to kill him.
Kayfabe's dead.
Kayfabe is dead. I hate it.
There's ways that they could make it work. Like they could really go back, either to the ruthless aggression era or potentially to the attitude era. Utilize what's available there, and the other day we had Ryback talking about the fact that he used to be Ryan Reeves. There is a way to connect to the audience by utilizing their actual identity.
It's just like DX showing the curtain call in 97, you know?
Yeah.
And making fun of it and telling McMahon, you didn't like that, did you, Vince? Or whatever.
Yep.
You know, it's like the boy toy showing his penis to everybody.
My mom's erection, oh, I suck. Wanna really fuck? I'm really drunk. Swallow my cum shot.
Woo!
I went crazy. Leah just came back in the room. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
To be the man, you've got to beat the man.
Go retarded.
Woo!
To be the man, you've got to beat the meat.
Oh.
That's a Christosovich line before he died. Christosovich.
The best there is. The best there was. A bicycle will kill
A bicycle will kill me.
Safest there was, safest there
I
is.
miss him to death.
Oh
I miss
man,
him-
I was
miss
so
him
glad
death.
to be able to be hearing that live when that happened.
Oh, were you? Taz is the best.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss him so much.
Kosovich will never be dead. Not like me.
Guys, I want to
Like,
announce.
Owen is the
I
man.
want to
and
announce.
I want to look up his promos, like his best ones. I think I can honestly do like you can do WrestleMania 10.
I'm gonna have a live
I can
sex
get
show
his actual
tonight.
ones down. I'm sure.
I'm gonna have a live sex show tonight on my carpet, just like Edge. No, I'm just kidding.
Put you in the sharpshooter, you sad son of a bitch.
Just start doing Owen. Do Owen the whole rest of the night. Who gives a fuck?
Only $9.99, Michael.
For $2.99, I'll knock your teeth out. No, just kidding.
Oh God.
I went to the dentist and told him, stretch me.
Pull my damn tooth out.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't care.
It's the Hitman.
Donate it to the Bear Squad
Bear Squad.
that goes out every Monday night
Oh my
on
God,
the
do you
mountains of
remember when-
Saskatchewan to take out the biggest grizzly bear so it doesn't kill a child. You know, when a bear weighs, when a bear ends up weighing more than a half a ton, we have to kill it because it becomes too dangerous to be kept alive because it can lift up everybody's cabin in Saskatchewan.
Because that's our neighborhood watch here in
That's
Canada.
how we measure things. What?
We don't look out for burglars and criminals. We look out for polar bears and grizzlies.
You know, back when I was a kid, I'll never forget. Up the road, the old Bryans moved in, and then the Langdons, I'll never forget. They had 2 children, and before the end of the damn winter, they only had 1, and the reason was the damn bear came up, lifted the damn house up. Everyone was sleeping. He grabbed the smallest kid, took him away. All they found was his shirt the next day and a bicycle.
Like a snow cone.
And you know, underneath the house there was also the Wicked Witch of the North. That's where the colder than a witch's tit. That's where it came from.
That's why we have Maple Leaf Tuesdays. On Tuesdays at 9 o'clock, we all go outside and we spread some maple syrup on the first tree that's 100 yards away, so it destroys the bear's scent from the house. It just spends hours clawing away at the tree, trying to find more food. It can't locate the house, and everybody stays safe. So not since then, I think we're moving along in progress here in Canada. And, I think that Americans are very ignorant, because they're not even aware of this.
And next year we're gonna have dial-up internet.
I want to hear Bret Hart selling Kias.
You've got Halloween, you've got all these other celebrations in America, but we have Maple Leaf Tuesdays. And it's very important. You make fun of it, the Maple Leaf, and there's your Leafs coming. But it's really important that everybody goes out on Maple Leaf Tuesday and does their share to douse an entire tree in maple syrup. And if any farm animals died, or if you found a dead squirrel, you drag it out near the tree, you leave it, becomes quite a feast for the bear, and then we can identify these bears and find out how much they weigh. And if it's too big, we have to take it out. We measure its dick too and let it fuck our wives if we. I don't know what that was about.
Are you happy now?
Troy's probably really mad because he hates Bret Hart. Hates my Bret
Why do
Hart.
you hate Bret Hart?
No, he hates my Bret Hart impression, remember?
Oh,
I can do a better Owen and Hart impression.
Then do it.
Oh, let's see it.
As a side note, I will plan eventually to be able to eat black bear heart as soon as I'm able to hunt one.
Or something.
That sounds fucking nasty.
Oh my god.
No, apparently it's a delicacy, and
I'm gonna eat his heart.
But of course it is. Of
You
course
always
it
according
is.
to
hear
the
that, like-
Indians here, all the Indians.
Indians.
I don't know about this
They
guy.
say it's a great
McMahon. He
delicacy,
sounds
and
a little bit.
I'm more than willing to check that out.
Whenever anybody ever has told me I'm gonna eat something fucking disgusting, and it's always backed up with, it's a delicacy.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'm gonna eat
Well,
pig's
hey,
anus
in
tonight.
South America, I showed you guys. I showed you guys pictures of the barbecues that they have. It's
Monkey
basically
brains.
a 10-foot
Indiana Jones.
length where they've put all this different meat on there. And the
Yeah.
fact is, every aspect of the animal in South America is eaten. So even though in North America it might not be normal to eat, I don't know, bull testicles. The fact is, in Colorado, they have those what are they called?
The Mountie Bears, they go all the way up the mountains. The craziest.
Mountie.
Dude, you'd eat balls too if you had the munchies as much as they did.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Rocky
Goddamn.
Mountain oysters. That's what they call them. And people eat bear balls and other balls.
You wouldn't eat them with hair on them. You gotta eat them bare.
Hey,
Look,
Tony, watch your mouth.
Fact
You've been
is,
drinking too
meat
much.
is meat. You want to eat, enjoy. If
Are
you don't
like
like
that
the smell,
Andy Zimmerman
if
guy,
you
or
don't
do
like the
like-
smell of
Sean, not Sean.
flesh, get off the planet.
Wow.
Triple H was always a good wrestler, but great. I don't know, what is he, 1,000-time world champion now, or
Triple H
I love
is
how
always
he's
good
usually,
wrestler.
he talks like this, and he's very.
But maybe Triple H needs to look in the mirror and start to realize that his dick isn't as big as he thinks it is.
Levesque screwed Levesque.
Levesque, when I think about
No,
Paul,
you mispronounced that shit, man. Fuck Paul Levesque or Levesque. It's Levesque. Let's fucking insult this motherfucker, just like we should be insulting Cesaro and Tyson Kidd.
What about?
I always thought his name was Hunter.
What about Phil? What about Phil Brooks?
Hey Phil, how you doing, by the way?
Hey
Hope
Phil,
you're
how's
watching.
it going there? How's your piggy bank, you fucking pussy?
Has your brother stolen your bank account?
Did your brother take your bank from you? Huh?
I would so love for him. Like, let's say you pissed him off enough, like got enough, like to where it
I wanna
pissed
get
him
in the
off
ring with him. I
so
wanna get
much
in
he had to
MMA.
respond. I would love to hear him fucking curse you out because he's such a fucking whiny bitch when he does it.
I want to fucking fight him in MMA. I want to kick him in the face. I'm the same
What's
weight
up
class.
with all the hate with CM Punk?
No, because
Seriously.
he really made an ass of himself.
No, he blocked me, the fucker. I'm pissed.
No, I so was against Dave at first until
Yeah, I came around,
everything
too.
came full circle, and I'm like, quit saying that you didn't know any of this was gonna happen, and I'm just trying to give my friend a safe place
Nobody's
to do his-
understanding
Yeah.
this situation. You know what? I'll go against every single one of you motherfuckers. But the
I'll
fact
kick
is,
your
I
fucking
will
ass, you cannot.
sign. Listen to me, motherfucker. I'll go court martial with you. Fact is, I will
I'll kick you in the
sign
balls
with
and run away.
CM Punk only for the fact that you have all these other former WWE stars that have been
No way.
screwed over, and you've got all this fucking proof of that. So, no matter how delusional, and I'll totally agree, CM Punk drinks his own Kool-Aid. He is delusional in certain things that are probably totally untrue. But the fact is, WWE has a track record.
You said so many different promotions tonight, but none of them were WWE.
WWE.
WWE and WWE.
Whiskey, mead. I'm drinking all different sorts of shit tonight.
I can see that.
Even
see
still
that.
speaking,
Hey, it's
I think
JD,
it's a
man, happy
testament
birthday,
for
man.
my fertility.
I got to be honest with you, Dave. I was sort of on your side at first, and I totally agree
That's
with
how you
Dave
said
now.
WWE.
I think he came off like a bitch, and I got to be honest. As much as you have no idea what it takes me to fucking agree with Dave on everything.
No, I can buy. I'm not saying his interview was all bullshit.
I don't think it was all
I don't
bullshit
like
either.
How he
I think
acts
he's a
like he didn't
bitch.
know what he was doing.
Here's the thing. Yes, I totally agree with you. You guys are saying that he might be a bitch. Okay, but say this: 10% job,
Gentlemen,
Hey, JD from New York is here. We mentioned him earlier.
gentlemen,
What's up, honey?
Happy New Year, motherfuckers.
Happy New
Happy
Year,
New Year,
you
baby.
fucking New Yorker, you.
I fucking had to call you guys. I'm fucking over here drinking beer. I'm seeing, oh, Joe's live. Let me fucking call in.
Well, I am live, dude. I took my dick out earlier. I took my dick.
I missed that, man. I missed that. I was drinking a Guinness. I'm good.
Well,
I'm good with that.
you missed the baby food
Mr.
show.
9 to 5. That's right. Ooh yeah.
It's getting a little crazy over here. This is
it's starting to
Talking
get
about
good.
WWE
Yeah.
She.
WWE. Why does it take us 3 hours to get good? What's the matter with us?
It's
hard.
I mean, it's been good. I don't see what's wrong with you. The whole show's been good, or I'd have told you.
This pressure is to be goofy.
Bro, what are you doing over there?
No,
you got
the
like
goofy
people
thing's
over?
bullshit, dude. I hate that.
Are you by
I'm
yourself?
not doing much, man. Just hanging out with some close friends and just drinking, just hanging out. We were playing Guitar Hero before, broke out the PS3 with Avenged Sevenfold and Leonard Skinner. It was pretty good.
Oh, there you go.
That's a hell of a mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, have you watched the show, or did you just remember we were
just
on?
saw
Like,
we
have
were
you
on,
heard
man.
any of what these crazy
No,
guys
I
have been
seen Joe tweeting it out, and then I just checked my YouTube because I wanted to stay away from that shit because the girlfriend was gonna get pissed.
Right.
I seen, shit, Joe's got monetized this live, and then I seen it was live on YouTube. So I'm like, let me fucking call and say what's up.
I mentioned you earlier, so it was
right
funny.
on.
We were talking about you. We were showing you out as what do we call him, Tommy?
Yeah. Tommy called you a liberal.
A liberal. Oh, okay.
No, I didn't call you
I'm not into the whole politics thing, but that's all right.
No,
I didn't call you nothing.
Oh God, don't bring us back to politics. Oh my God.
I was just
Yeah.
trying to
The
stir
audience
the
is
pot with a
pissed
stick
as
of
it is.
dynamite.
I said that he was a great addition or something. It was
Yeah, you
great.
said he was a great pickup.
Pick up to the kind
Yeah, man. You listen, man.
He
What
picked
we
me
gotta
up,
do?
though.
What we gotta do to get fucking 2015 off on the right foot is, man. We gotta get back together and do shit. This fucking strike is pissing me off. I know Joe's strike is fucking pissing him off. I don't know when that shit's ending. My shit's done in April. I want to get a fucking podcast going as soon as that shit's over, man. Fuck that shit.
I can't believe that we might miss I might miss Mania by like a week.
That's
It
fucking
sucks.
ridiculous, bro.
Well, I like Dave Rose's idea about the forget all the money shit. Simulcasting, just for eyes. Where if you search WrestleMania, the only thing you're going to be able to find is Joe Cronin. Then imagine if you and JD did it together, and then that got simulcasted amongst fans, both your fan base.
Man,
Holy fuck.
Joe, let me tell you something. If we fucking get together before WrestleMania and we do this shit, starting from the Rumble, because Rumble's gonna be big.
Yeah.
Brian's gonna win the Royal Rumble. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. If you don't win it, WWE can suck my cock.
I hope so. Yeah.
Okay. He better win it. Otherwise, Vince McMahon should be fucking shot on the spot. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
I agree.
Seriously. Brian needs to win the Rumble. He needs to face Lesnar. He needs to win the title. I don't
Yep.
give a fuck how he wins it. He needs to win it. He needs to fucking knee Lesnar in the face. 1, 2, 3, it's over.
We need to put him
Champion.
down, Michael.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I picture happening. I mean, that's what I want to see. If I don't see that, you're right. I'll be a little
One-on-one,
confused.
no interference, no fucking cheesy DQ,
Yeah.
no fucking outside interference. Knee to the face, 1, 2, 3, it's over. Brian's the
Where's Dean
champion.
Ambrose in all this?
JD,
Ambrose,
the
fuck
only
Dean
way
Ambrose,
that's going
man.
to
When
happen.
Daniel Bryan's back, man. Fuck Dean Ambrose right now.
Yeah, but
It's
Daniel
Dean
Bryan
Ambrose
just has
versus
the
Seth
goat gimmick.
Rollins. Seth Rollins versus Dean
All right,
Ambrose.
listen. My year would be made if Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns are the final two in the Royal Rumble, and Daniel Bryan eliminates Roman Reigns. I would fucking jump for joy. I break
Okay,
windows.
I
fucking
got you
throw
there.
fireworks in the air in New York City right now.
Yeah, I hear you there. Now that you mentioned Reigns,
No, hold on.
I get that.
JD, that's a possibility because the fact is, if Lesnar goes in against Cena, he loses against Cena, but Rollins comes in, cashes money in the bank, gets the title, and then Daniel Bryan says, I want my rematch.
Bro,
There
let me
is
tell
that
you,
chance
the way
that
it's
can
got to
happen.
be booked, the Final Four. Everybody's talking about the Final Four. I'll give you the Final Four right now. Joe can fucking write this down on a notepad when he does his Royal Rumble review. He'll know JD said it. It's going to be Bryan, Reigns, Ambrose, and Rollins. The Final Four.
Wow, that'd be
Quote me.
Wow, that'd be great.
Quote me.
I will
That's the way it's
quote
going
you.
to be. Brian's going to win it.
I'm gonna quote
Something's
you.
going to happen with the Shield. They're going to fucking intertwine, and some fucking chaos is going to go down. Brian's going to win it. He's got to win it. That's it.
That'd be
And
great.
I'm saying, if me and Joe hook up before the Royal Rumble and get shit going, guarantee you this Spectrum Gaming channel will have at least 5,000 before Mania. And then when he gets his fucking, his shit going on live with his regular channel, then shit's going to be popping off. Fuck you two.
Right. We're gonna go crazy, man. We're gonna fucking do it, man. You're gonna hit 30,000. I'm gonna hit fucking 20,000 or something. And I'm gonna do a live sex show that's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be unbelievable. I'm gonna have sex with a stuffed animal live on YouTube. I mean, you're gonna see dick. is what I'm saying. And it'll be on the joecroneshow.com actually, so I don't get a strike or copywritten. So I'll advertise that. It'll be amazing. I'm gonna hump this thing for like 15 minutes straight from behind. We're gonna do every angle possible. I'm gonna pour tequila on it while the Royal Rumble's going on in the background when they do the replay thing. That way I've already watched it, but I'm sodomizing a teddy bear. It's fucking crazy, man. You think Schlong's view was crazy? He took his dick out. I'm gonna take my dick out and I'm gonna put it in a fucking stuffed animal.
Man, don't get me started on that motherfucker, please. Don't get me started on that fucking cocksucker.
Oh God.
I'll be fucking listening, man. Fuck you, man. Fucking hate that motherfucker.
Meet me at fucking Boston Common, you fuck. I'll punch you
I
in
was
the
supposed
dick.
to be. I was supposed to be in Boston for this New Year's, man. Fucking shit don't go down.
That's
I
right.
was supposed to be there right now.
Sean's view.
I was there last year, man, getting drunk. I was at Denny's at fucking 4 a.m.
Oh, that's right. I was gonna come. I remember that. You think you mentioned it? I was like, yeah, I'm coming out. We're gonna go. This is crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there sometime before March. I'm gonna be there, man.
All right.
I love
video
Denny's.
game convention. I'll be there sometime.
Denny's after a good night of drinking.
Oh, for
Great place
fuck's
to
sake,
go.
Denny's, that's like the Folgers of coffee. It's gross.
Yeah, but you feel so good after eating.
Did you
it.
say
Fuck
Folgers?
that.
Did you say
Yeah,
Folgers?
well, I mean, all right. Then what? It's like Pabst Blue fucking ribbon.
The best part of waking.
Well, here in
Denny's
Canada,
is where
we have
fucking
better
breakfast
Denny's than you
goes
do
to
have
die.
down there in America.
Man, if anyone's drinking Pabst Blue in front of me, I'm fucking slapping the shit out of them.
No, I hear you. And if anyone's going to Denny's, I'm fucking gonna, take their car.
You
no.
prefer IHOP?
No, you'll
IHOP Sonic?
Yeah, you'll
Waffle
just be the
House?
only
What
one.
what do you want?
He'll just be the only
I'm
one who
gonna
doesn't
fucking
get
Norms.
sick.
Fuck 'em.
We know up in Canada, we don't have a Denny's. We don't have an IHOP. We have Tom and Mary's Oven Bake and Tim Hortons. We got Carl's Cabin. Carl's Cabin's the best pancakes in the world. And the Saskatchewan Stop By. The Winnipeg Waffle House.
And the Golden Griddle.
For some reason, we have a Chase Bank.
The Ottawa eating breakfast.
Come on down to the Gulf Grill.
Hey, Jesse, you do a pretty good imitation of Dave Rose.
I do?
Does he?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, now this is news to me.
No, you did. You've imitated him a few times on the spot. and
Well,
it's pretty
Joe
funny.
does it better. He like with the pepper spray up there.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
No, Joe did it better, not me. With
No,
the,
you're
he did
not.
the pepper
You're
spray a bear
crazy.
thing.
This fucking one guy wrote me on my channel. I was like, yeah, you make fun of all the guys in your show. I bet you fucking, you could dish it out. You can't take it. I wrote him back, go listen to Cronin, see what shit I take.
You guys talking about my damn hair again? I mean, I didn't even oil it. Jesus.
I had to cut my hair because everybody's making fun of me.
I mean, at least I still have hair, you bald bastard.
Tommy, people are still making fun of you. It's been mentioned that if you were to slick your hair back, put yourself into a nice leather suit, you'd be a perfect fit for the SS of the.
Who said that?
1930s
Fucking
Germany.
Sharon? You fucking drunk prick. How
Well,
dare
there's
you?
multiple people in the chat.
What? Are you kidding? You're insane. Nobody wrote that.
No, dude, yeah.
Oh, we were talking about that the other day.
Matt Gassar.
SS, I don't even look
probably
mildly
confirmed
fucking
that.
German.
Jesse as well. So Zika, my friend Zika.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Dave. What the fuck's the matter with you?
I'm
When,
really drunk tonight.
Yeah, I'll say.
That's what's my problem.
Something about moose meat ain't right.
That's right. I might have
Moose
to
meat.
switch over to beaver meat.
Moose
my
meat,
daddy
moose
showed me how to
dick.
take down an elk when I was 3.
You know, it's moose dick is considered a delicacy.
My dad. Remember when Dad used to tell us they were pickles? Son of a bitch.
Even up it, but it gets really weird up there in Quebec. In Quebec, the left testicle is really because it's got the bigger vein.
Dad, he played that prank on us for April Fools, and he gave us Mom's vaginal menstruation for marmalade.
Oh man! And
That
then
was
you
a long one, but it was there. I remember it. It
least
gave me nightmares.
At least I didn't take it too far that time.
Take it as far as you want. We'll go off the cliff.
Oh my god.
Zack Ryder
Yeah,
style.
but you're an accessory to taking it too far.
I can't. I'm
Oh,
surprised.
What?
You already said you're an accessory.
I'm here to declare. Now that's Impact, and I'm here to declare.
Macaulay, slow down.
You remember that, JD? You remember Mr. Botchamania?
No, I don't. You gotta refresh my
I'm
memory.
here right now to be the first man to declare at the Royal Rumble match.
You know, I think that guy had a match in his indie days with Goldberg.
Declare.
You know, The Rock slapped his dumb ass when he came out of the womb.
Hey, Dave Rose, it's looking really strong that we'll be in Toronto next year. Well, now it's this year.
Wait, what? Who, what?
Dave Rose, me and Andy might be in Toronto. We might be meeting you. We're gonna make a trip to Toronto for a few days and then head over to Montreal.
2015?
Yeah, it's looking that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and I'm not
pay-per-view
promising
this
anything
fight?
yet, but I
No,
think
no
that's the-
worries. But if that's the case, I'd love to join you not only here in Toronto,
Oh,
but
yeah,
for
definitely.
Montreal as well.
Yeah.
I'd
get
be
that
willing
whole
to travel
thing.
with you.
You'll feel
No,
good.
I think
take
Toronto's
down
enough.
Joe Cronin show goes on the road again.
You know, and I couldn't
So
show
you'll
Andy
get
how to take down a moose.
We'll get drunk.
So, you know.
We'll take down a moose. We'll bring it up there. We'll give.
Yeah, I don't even want to go to Montreal that bad. It's like she's like, why don't you want to go to Montreal? I was like, because we live in Europe. What the fuck? It's like fucking Europe over there.
All right, give it
Because
to me,
I
I'll fix
hate
it.
poutine, lady. I hate poutine.
Give it to me. I'll fix it. What?
Hey, did you get an offer for the headphones? I'm kind of proud that you
Really?
did that.
This all went to hell.
I think everybody who was bidding was doing it for Joe, but none for the charity. Am I right?
One of them was the funny thing is the one that's winning, like the one that has more money in it is the one that I get money. But the charity one is like the one that like at $9.
Well, why do you even have one where you get money, you prick?
Well, I think I'm just gonna.
I mean, goddamn, you're not a bald baby.
You know, I'm also not a moron. You know, I need to eat some damn food. No, I'm just kidding. No,
And you're not one of them black kids either.
I'm probably just gonna.
He's on fire.
I'll probably just end up combining them and donating them if it doesn't.
Let me tell you something, asshole. This kid's on fire. Dennis Leary couldn't put him out. I don't know where that came from, but no, for real.
French fries. Give me some goddamn French fries. My name is Kane. Give me a Big Mac and a Coke.
I can't understand you. I'm getting the manager. Go ahead.
Get the fucking manager. I don't care.
That was a great stand-up. He robbed the whole thing from that other guy. Remember?
The Hicks.
Yeah, Bill Hicks.
Yeah, I wanted to get a jumbo. You know, from the 70s.
I did it better. Fuck you. And then fucking he was doing that. And then fucking what's his face took that voice. He was like, oh shit, I'll do that as my radio voice. What's going on, CBS Radio? Scott Farrell. What the fuck? My picks are amazing, you guys.
Dennis
Let me tell
Leary
you something.
was
I've
also
been on
someone that,
Fuego
stole
all
from
week.
Bill Hicks.
Yeah. Wait,
It's
what?
been proven. Dennis Leary stole material from Bill Hicks.
That's what we're saying, yeah.
Just talking about.
Yeah, well, Robin Williams bought material from everybody.
Actually, you know, I've heard the comparisons. It's not that he stole the jokes; he took his topics. It's not really true. What do you
Tommy,
call
he
it?
took his topics and then said them the exact same
Tommy,
way.
you hate freedom.
Yes, especially yours.
Do you need the
That was
do you need the comparison video?
I'd like to hear it because the one that was played for me, it was the same subject on smoking, but the jokes were different. But I mean,
Okay.
look, I'll be the first to say I'm wrong, but that's
Here's
the
some.
one I heard I wasn't impressed
Here's
with.
some of it. Well, they're showing his now. They're kind of showing his intro where he comes into this rock music and type of thing. It really doesn't bother me, but check this out.
Because a ton of people don't come out to rock.
Oh, this won't get monetized now. People in Germany won't see this.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Next time I need you, just hawk up a chunk of lung.
That's
for
really
me,
low.
all right? Rear back, launch a flim
That's
gem
what she
towards the
said.
stage. But listen to this.
He looks like he's Cherokee or like he's part Indian. Bill Hicks. You know what I'm saying?
Just Canadian.
He's a southern.
Very tired, right?
You might as well be watching Jack Goddamn Benny because I
Yeah.
can't see anything.
Yeah, I can't play this
Just
for you.
kidding.
It's not loud enough. Nobody's.
Well,
gonna
I'll
hear it.
take your word for it. Is it direct ripoff? Is it legitimate plagiarism, or is it subject?
It is.
I'm a big Dennis Leary fan, and when I heard about this, I didn't know Bill Hicks really, and when I heard it, I went, "Oh shit!" Like I kind of went, "Ooh!" Like this is like very, very. I mean,
it's direct plagiarism.
Yeah, is it? All right, I'll take your word.
if I was Bill Hicks, I would lose my mind. Like
He made comments before because I was into Bill Hicks, but I guess Leary was covering the material like before he died. I that's when I discovered Bill Hicks, just like pretty much a year before he died, and but I guess the material he was doing wasn't the material Leary was stealing because Leary got super famous right after he died, and you know I didn't make the connection that they were doing each other's material. And like I said, the one thing was played for me. I wasn't impressed.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the one thing he's like Leary had that famous joke about what was the guy that fucking Jim Fix, the runner that quit smoking and then he fucking ran around. He's really inspiring. And then he dropped dead of a heart attack out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then Leary said a couple of smokers found him. But then I heard like the Bill Hicks version. It wasn't plagiarism. Has to be like word for word, right, Troy?
Nope.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, but it was like the subject, but it didn't. He didn't say the actual like word for word.
He didn't say it word for word, but that doesn't. It's like
music.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. What's the definition? What's the actual definition of plagiarism?
It would be like if I sang a song about. I went down to the convenience
You are
store
not
today.
my wife. I'll hold you.
Yeah, no. If I sang like, it's not. You can't even compare it to music because it's like, it's basically the whole idea of it is like the same type of thing. It's like, fuck you. I don't care. I'm not gonna get cancer. This cigarette doesn't give me cancer. Just the mannerisms, the topic, and the way.
But
he,
does that
he
amount to
feels about
plagiarism in this? Because I know Troy probably had plagiarism.
Legally,
lessons, but he went
I
to
don't think it's
PC there,
enough.
but-
I don't think it's enough legally, but it's
legally.
but
Okay,
as
that's
a
what I
fan.
think. I
But
was
I'm not fucking stupid. You
Yeah,
know?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. So he definitely ripped him off, but it wasn't like criminal, is what you're saying.
I think so. I think
Okay.
if he didn't rip him off, he definitely had listened to him. I mean, there's just
I could tell that he listened to him as well. I could
yeah.
clearly hear that. I don't know. I guess I was going like by the literal definition. I wasn't.
But Carlos Mencia has been proven to be.
He's
stealing.
direct.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same equation where you've got somebody.
No, they got the same jokes. Like he stole like Bill Cosby jokes like directly.
You've got to take a look at
Punchlines were the same.
what Bill Hicks has because Leary has basically almost carbon copied his jokes and used them himself. So as funny as Leary might be on his own, the fact is he's taken and stolen materials from Bill Hicks and made it his own and I guess improved his standing. But the fact is that he didn't deserve that because he just stole that content.
Yeah, but the argument was whether it was plagiarism or not, or met the definition of plagiarism.
If you stole content that is plagiarism, a comic repeats these sorts of jokes on stage. So if you're stealing something, all you're doing is just repeating what this previous comic said and just using it for your own benefit. So
Well, I understand that. It's just did like when it was played to me, it didn't meet the definition of plagiarism that I was taught. So that's what I meant. Whereas when I heard Carlos Mencia's joke, like the Bill Cosby joke that he told, where the kid comes off the field after he was trained by his father, he becomes a big NFL star, and his father put all his work, and then he looks over to the crowd and says, "Hey, Mom," and then fucking Carlos Mencia's told the exact same joke slightly differently, but the punchline was the same. That I thought was plagiarism, but what I saw in or heard with between Hicks and Leary was more subject stealing, which is not plagiarism.
At this point, let's just let Carlos Mencia have that joke.
I've always heard the same thing about Dane Cook and Louis C.K. I don't know if you guys ever heard this comparison before.
No,
I was big into Dane Cook before he even got noticed, before anybody.
I was coming through the fucking bushes, man.
He's doing his YouTube channel,
And then all of a sudden, more people came out on social media saying, "Oh, fuck Dane Cook.
Yeah.
He's stealing Louis C.K.'s act and this and that. I'm like, I don't see it because I listen to both, and I listen to both about the equally amount, the same time.
Yeah, I don't really
And
see
I
that
just
either.
don't see it.
Yeah,
And
I got in a
people
fight
are
with
just
Dane
quick to
Cook.
judge plagiarism. I mean, fuck
You got
man.
to understand something. When these comedians, I don't know if you've ever hung around them, they are the fucking most cynical,
Yeah, me and
nasty.
Seinfeld went out for coffee last week.
Exactly.
Oh, really? Well,
See,
not
like I
fucking-
could have been a comedian if I had the fucking balls
Well,
because
you ever hang
they're
around
dark
these
like I
fucking
am.
conspiracy
talent.
theory fucking miserable kooks? Whenever one of these guys like Carrot Top or Dane Cook gets famous, they fucking seethe. Okay, sorry, stealing from Louis C.K., which is like weird. I can't believe that's true. Maybe it is. I don't. It just doesn't sound true. So I mean, like Dane Cook becomes like the sort of the Carrot Top, so to speak, for the comedic world. And I think Kate Dane had that for a few years. I heard Dane stuff. I don't think that bad.
I hated
What,
Dean,
Dane?
and
Really?
I got in a
That
big
guy
fight
sucks.
with Dane Cook. I want to punch him in the balls.
You didn't like the B&E, the breaking and entering?
Punch him in the throat so he can't tell jokes.
Dane Cook stole from me, but that's okay.
He's from your area, right?
Everything from you.
Yeah,
He's from Boston.
Dane Cook didn't steal from me, but I had the same jokes, and I heard him tell them, and I went, "Oh fuck!" I actually said, "Oh fuck!" Like I had all
bring it
these.
to you, but the Usos stole your super kick.
Well, that's. This was like, I mean, I was like, I had all these things written, and then I heard Dane Cook, and he did a bunch of them, and I went, "Oh fuck, I can never do that."
Were you
And-
saying he was listening to you and Troy on
No,
Stick
he
Amp? Is that
wasn't.
what you're saying?
No. He wasn't. he didn't steal anything from me. He just said it first. That's all. It's just he didn't steal anything. This was his own
Don't
mind.
you claim to have written an episode of Enthusiasm?
Oh my god!
yeah,
don't
I
even
did.
do that. Please don't.
This is real. It's on YouTube. It's fucking proof. I had to write
Because Dan thinks once he has an
I'm telling
idea,
you.
like nobody else can have that idea.
Well,
and they must have stolen it. From
I'm
you.
telling you, you take that to court, you can at least get a 5-figure settlement. That'd be like nothing to them.
I made
You'd have to prove that he somehow, first of all, caused him
No,
damages.
no.
In
You
Not to
can't
get a
just
settlement.
sue somebody for something like that. You have to prove damages.
Yes, you can. This is America.
Yeah, you
I'm not
can
saying
sue,
the
but
law.
you won't
I'm not.
win.
No. He would exactly, but you get a settlement. You sue for like $1 million, and they give you 10 grand just to shut up because you're annoying.
Yeah, Troy's
That's
talking
America.
about Shut up, honey.
Yeah, they in 2003, my teacher in high school said, you got to come up with pick a TV show and then do the.
They're gonna say she blew you.
Make a 10-minute video like it's the show and write your own version of it. So I came up with Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I said, wouldn't it be funny? And this is one scene in the episode, and I go, wouldn't it be funny if you were starting to eat? I had to go do something upstairs real quick. I came back down, and you were eating like chips from the counter, and you poured yourself a drink, and I got pissed off, and I was like, well, you just go into my fridge and you just start eating food without asking, you know what to say? And then you're like, what the fuck is wrong with that? I can't have some chips? And then we get into this big fight about it, and the next thing you know, 7 years later, Tosevich texts me on Facebook or something, and he goes, dude, have you seen this? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, they did your fucking scene. They did it like to a T. He goes, word for word. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm like, holy shit, I haven't watched that in years. He's like, yeah, they did the fucking refrigerator thing. I'm like, what? And then I turn it on. There it fucking is. And I'm like, so there's two things.
Okay, if he stole it, how did he get a hold of your?
I put it on YouTube in 2006. And this was in 2009 or 8 that it was done. I think 2008 that it was done. So I put it on YouTube in 2006, and then in 2008 it was on the show.
Okay.
And
You were trying to make like a Curb Your Enthusiasm bit.
yes. So my point.
So you were doing
right.
stuff that's his type of comedy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like the chances of it being similar or
But-
getting used because that's like
It's
exactly
incredible,
one of those
though.
situations.
That seems
Right.
like a valid point.
Right. So my thing is, I'm flattered either way. Either they stole what I did, or they did what I did because I was so damn smart that I was ahead of the time and I should have been writing on the show.
Yes, that's
You
what
knew
it
their
was. You're
shit.
ahead of the time, dude. It happens to a lot of us.
I should have been on the show writing. I mean,
Like,
that's,
I'm all into this black, white, gray area thing, right? Well, all the television shows and all this shit, they're doing it. That's
Yeah.
why you have all the arcs like Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy, all this shit.
Yeah.
By the time I get involved with anything, won't matter. Now we'll,
You know, I remember when that I was going to say monetize this, analyze this came out, The Sopranos, and there was another movie that with William Macy, where a hitman sees a
Pleasantville.
psychiatrist, and they all came out in like the fucking same month. And there was all sorts of rumors. I remember hearing on Stern that it was just going to be a Sue factory.
Yeah.
But all the artists kind of came together and said that it was just a mass coincidence, and there was never any lawsuits filed or any accusations of thievery. They thought it was sort of like a coincidence that all three of these guys saw one was serious drama, the other one was like kind of an offbeat film, and the other one was a comedy. It was just
That's when the stars are aligned. It was just the way it goes.
You and my fucking father. I know.
It's just it's just the tones of everything, you know what I mean? And that's why I don't really pursue it. I just put the video up. I put the video up of Curb Your Enthusiasm side by side. I put my video up and the Curb Your Enthusiasm video up, just as a joke, kind of like he stole from me. And that was a whole just joke, me saying that. That's me doing my wrestling persona, like he stole from me and all this type of stuff. I don't know what happened, and I never made a big thing about it, but it was so weird how it went very close to word for word, It was very weird. Like I said in my video, you just go into the fridge and don't ask. And then in the fucking episode, Larry David looks at me and goes, you just go into the fridge and I was like, oh, what the fuck? I was like, this is crazy. And then he starts, and in my video, I go, we start arguing back and forth, and eventually I go, here, why don't you just take everything? Here, you want to take this? Why don't you take some bananas? Go back to your mom's house. Here, you want some bread? You want to take the whole cabinet? And I start flipping all this stuff out of the cabinet. And in the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode, he goes, well, here, why don't you just take everything? Here, you want to take this? And he goes and grabs the stuff and does the same fucking thing.
I don't know, maybe you have something. I don't know. I'm a big believer in shut up money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you laughed, Tommy, about me and your father, but, if it wasn't for all that crazy bullshit, I wouldn't be talking here with you guys.
What do you mean? You think the stars?
Because I don't see shit. Because I don't see shit. I don't see shit like everybody else. Like I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't see bigger things in motion. Otherwise, it bores me.
Yeah,
I just say crazy shit
Life
happens.
bores me if I don't see the surrounding things that.
I had the craziest thing. I had the craziest coincidence happen at work. I had to call this. I had to call this limo company in like fucking Illinois, like to get somebody's phone number. Phone number was fucking almost the exact same as mine. The phone number was like 555 617 0505. It was the exact same, but the area code and exchange was switched.
That's not. Coincidence happened. It's not evidence of like something spiritual behind things.
I was really trying hard to tap into what they were doing. Here's a clip of it real quick, by the way, just so you.
Yeah, but I tell you something. If it's that exact,
dude, Tommy, you're wrong about that. By the way, that's exactly what it is. It's just something everyone can see, and there's been a label put on it called coincidence. I go beyond that shit. I don't just look at that kind of crap. I have to see months of connections. It's like a fucking coloring book full of dots connecting.
Sorry, I just don't believe it. I can't connect.
You think there's some dude out there like setting up like, now I'm gonna make Troy's phone number just like this phone number out there? That seems crazy.
No, there's no dudes. There's fucking planets. There's stars.
The planets are doing it.
Yeah,
that's kind of the way it goes.
Determine what the next step is.
That doesn't make.
Right now, I want you to just
it's like talking to Dan's mom. Like,
what's wrong?
The one who bakes cookies. That nice lady.
I make the cookies.
But you ain't the nice lady.
Joe, I don't want to cut you guys off. I got to get back to my party downstairs. I just wanted to call and wish you guys all the best. Each and every one of you guys.
Happy New Year, bud.
Successful 2015. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. And we definitely got to hook up. Soon before the Royal Rumble, get something going.
Yeah,
man.
I'll definitely be here to do that. I'm definitely want to do it, man. Have a good party, Jerry. Have a good night, man.
Fucking
man.
Troy.
I'll talk to you soon, bro. Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
man.
man.
That shit was so funny. My entire back spasmed, but that was worth every penny. That was fucking awesome.
Oh, God.
That was fucking funny.
Good, I'll try to pick
nice
up
lady.
JD from NY. JD from New York, 206.
Great guy. Great, that brought
got
us
it
a lot.
this time, 206. Right?
He's the man. He's got a good channel. Go check out his channel. Go jerk him off.
He likes it.
I gotta get the fuck out of here. Speaking of getting out of here, we gotta go.
Yeah.
What
I
a
gotta
night.
sleep and get ready for my show.
Yeah, right.
I'm here right now to be the first man to declare.
I need to be able to wake up, watch the Winter Classic, and then join Tommy's show and yell at some of his fucking callers.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I'm going heavy on the news. I'm just making them talk about like the year in hockey.
Whoa, holy shit. Well, we're going to kick ass. Tommy C, a shot from the point live after the Winter Classic today. I guess it's already today. So the Winter Classic goes on. Then when the Winter Classic is over, guess what? Tommy C goes live on a shot from the point on YouTube, and I'll be there as well talking about the game. Thank you to Troy, my homophobic friend Troy, who hates gay people. Dave Rose, and Jesse J. Leah was
Just
here.
most of them.
We're going to get drunk. Holy shit.
I hate this year already.
Jesse, I love you. And this is the Joe Cronin Show on YouTube.com/Joe Cronin Show. And Spectrum Gaming 617 on YouTube. Also on Twitter @Joe Cronin Show. Make sure to go on eBay and bid on the headphones. Just type in Joe Cronin Show or charity or whatever you want to do. And all the money goes to St. Jude Children's Research and Hospital. And we'll be donating that live on the air. They're a headset that I broke getting in a fight with Tommy C. So there you go. Have a good new year. Welcome to 2015 and get ready for a whole lot more of suck.
Better watch out. Tommy C will be making a move to get some of that headphone money.
You think he's making a think he's making a move? Yeah, making a move on your wife. Good night. Click the like button, share, and jerk off.